The University of Miami Hurricanes are back at the 500 mark, 4-4, as Butch Davis has his team on a 3-game win streak. Last week, a 42-10 win over Arkansas State at the Orange Bowl, as James Jackson and Edgerrin James both rushed for over 100 yards. But the competition gets stiffer. The Hokies of Virginia Tech have beaten Miami 2 years in a row. Last year at the Orange Bowl, knocking out quarterback Ryan Clement with a sprained right ankle. For Miami, Edgerrin James has emerged as the star of this offense. He is the Miami back on track, the third in history to rush for over 1,000 yards in a single season. It's the Hurricanes and the Hokies from Blacksburg next here on Sports Channel. From Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, Virginia, Sports Channel presents Miami Hurricanes football. Tonight, the Hurricanes look to jump back into the hunt for the Big East title against the first-place Hokies of Virginia Tech. Hi, everybody. I'm Frank Forts. I'll tell you what's happening on the field. My partner, former Big East and CFL quarterback John Congemi, will tell you why. And if you can tell by the way John and I are dressed, this is true football weather here in Virginia tonight. And, John, that makes running the football all the more important.
Well, it'll be paramount for both ball clubs tonight, especially for the University of Miami. That offensive line has been providing great holes for Edgerrin James, number 5. He's the star of this offense right now. In the last 3 ball games, 302 yards and 10 yards per carry is his average. He's done a great job both inside and outside. He'll show you great speed once he hits the perimeter, and when he gets into the secondary, not many DBs can tackle him one-on-one, but he shows you great size and burst through the middle. Watch him right here as he goes to the outside. Just does a terrific job. He has 10 touchdowns and 826 yards on this season. He does a great job, but what a rush Miami has been doing the last 3 weeks. Boston College, Temple, and Arkansas State, they've all been over 300 yards in rushing, so that offensive line, give them a lot of credit. They're doing a great job providing holes for Edgerrin James.
And if Miami can be half that successful on the ground against Virginia Tech, I think they'll be in pretty good shape, because Virginia Tech has a stellar defense led by their middle linebacker, their leading tackler, Steve Tate, number 49.
Yeah, look for number 49 in the middle of that Hokie defense. Does a great job. He leads the team in tackles with 73. He had 10 tackles last year against the University of Miami, but it's predicated on speed and pressure. You'll see a lot of that from the Hokie defense, especially out of that linebackers and secondary core.
And you see their numbers, 13th in the NCAA rankings against the run, barely over 100 yards a game, 7th in total defense at 272 yards a game, and in scoring defense, 3rd, averaging only 12 points against per game. Now, when the Hokies take the football, the guy they look to is number 28, Ken Oxendine, a guy who will be playing in the NFL.
Yeah, they've got a horse as well in the backfield. Ken Oxendine does a great job of inside the tackle running. He's very powerful. He has 655 yards on the season. He'll be depended on to get it in once they get into the red zone. Inside the 20, he's a big guy. He scores a lot of touchdowns, 8 touchdowns, but he's only averaging under 4 yards a carry, so Miami really needs to keep him in check if they want to stay in this ball game. That's where their sore spot of Miami's been, defensive line. They have to stop the running of Ken Oxendine tonight.
And Virginia Tech primarily is a running team. Their leading pass catcher has only 16 catches. As far as the quarterbacks are concerned, 2 good ones, Ryan Clement and Al Clark.
Very key for Ryan Clement on 3rd down to move the chains and no turnovers against this Hokie defense. They're going to bring pressure in his face. He needs to keep the ball in UM's hands. And Al Clark, he brings that added dimension of running and scrambling with the football. The Miami defense is going to keep him in check if they want to stay in this football game.
You see, Al Clark did miss last week's game against Alabama Birmingham, but he is healthy and ready to go tonight. We'll have the opening kickoff from here in Blacksburg coming up very soon. Stay with us here on Sports Channel. It's the Hurricanes at Virginia Tech coming up next. University of Miami football is being brought to you in part by Heineken, true to the original recipe since 1886. By Bell South, nobody knows a neighbor like a neighbor. By Office Depot, taking care of business for companies of every size, everywhere, every day. And by your local Nissan retailers, who remind you that life is a journey. Enjoy the ride. Back at Lane Stadium, Worsham Field in Blacksburg, Virginia, where the University of Miami is taking on the Virginia Tech Hokies. Frank Fort and John Congemi with you on Sports Channel. And it's going to be a cool night here in Blacksburg. Temperatures hovering around 40 degrees with the wind 6 to 8 miles an hour. Natural grass field a little bit slippery. There is a chance of some showers later on tonight. And John Congemi looking at Mondrell Fulcher of the Hurricanes as they get ready. It was Virginia Tech winning the toss. They have deferred. Miami will receive and get the football first, moving from right to left. Virginia Tech, a program under Frank Beamer that has really prospered in the last several years. They've been the Big East Alliance Bowl representative the last 2 years, and I think at least a team that doesn't get enough credit nationwide.
I really think so, Frank. Last year in the Orange Bowl in '95, they were at the Sugar. They've been in a bowl game since '93, going to the Independence Bowl. So a lot of teams, a lot of great players, and a lot of talent Coach Beamer has gotten out of this Hokie unit, and they've done a great job playing team defense. I think it's predicated, their team has been predicated on defense.
And you see the series, this is the 15th meeting, but Miami with a 12-2 lead. However, Virginia Tech has won the last 2 years, 21-7 last year at the Orange Bowl, and 2 years ago a 14-7 win here at Blacksburg. Butch Davis in his 3rd year as University of Miami head coach, and this is the pivotal game for the Hurricanes if they're going to keep their bowl hopes alive. You look at their schedule tonight, Virginia Tech, Rutgers at home next week, and then Syracuse. You would hate to see them have to go into, if you're a Miami fan, to go into that Syracuse game needing that for their 6th win to just qualify for bowl consideration. So tonight would seem to be the key night for them.
We're going to see what kind of team the University of Miami really is this season. They started off poorly. They got into a drought early, dug themselves in a hole. Now it's time to come up. It's either put up or shut up for the University of Miami. They're going to play a tough team, a Big East opponent in Virginia Tech. Tonight's the night whether they can show their true colors or not.
And a team that certainly has frustrated them the past 2 seasons. You're looking at Jimmy Kibble, who will kick it off for the Hokies. And back to receive for Miami will be 48 Santana Moss and 33 Jeff Popovich. They line up in this I formation and then split once the ball is kicked. So the Hurricanes will get the ball first on this cool, crisp night here in Blacksburg. Typical football weather, as we told you in the opening. The running games would seem to hold the key for both teams. Kibble, the left footer, will kick it off for the Hokies. Low line drive, out of bounds, a flag down, of course, illegal procedure, and Miami will take over at their 35-yard line, 1st and 10. The quarterback, of course, is the senior Ryan Clement, number 16, out of Denver, Colorado. Has had a, I guess you would call it a so-so senior season, but in his defense, he's working with mostly freshman wide receivers, a freshman tight end, and an offensive line that has been rebuilt and patchworked and, you know, finger in the dike type of deal for the offensive line a lot of times.
Well, you see his numbers right there, 7 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Had a tough time early because that offensive line really wasn't playing together. Now they've played a few games together, and they've started to run the football effectively. That'll be a key for Ryan's success tonight.
Hurricanes with Carlo Joseph at fullback, Edgerrin James the tailback. James with the first carry. And he'll squeeze a couple yards out of it after Corey Bird had him in the backfield. It looked like for a loss of 2, but Edgerrin got 3 out of it. Keon Carpenter, the safety number 1, coming up to make the tackle. Let's take a look at the Canes offensively. Your backs and receivers, and of course Edgerrin James on track to become the 3rd UM running back in history to rush for 1,000 yards in a season. Your offensive line, and Curlin Blaze is the senior, 6'5", 303, and all those guys have their work cut out for them on this evening. 2nd down for Miami. Again, James with some room. And James has his feet cut out from under him by Keon Carpenter as he picked up 4. Looked like he was going to break that for a little bit more yardage, and Carpenter made a good play. Let's take a quick look at the defense. John Engelberger, the former walk-on, in on 4 sacks last week, had 2 solo and shared 2. The linebacking core led by Steve Tate, the middle linebacker out of North Canton, Ohio. He is the leading tackler on the Hokie squad. And the defensive secondary. And a look at Keon Carpenter, who has 3 interceptions to lead the team. Lauren Johnson out of Miramar High School in South Florida, playing against a team he watched growing up. 3rd and 3 for Miami. James behind Carlos Callejas, has a first down and gets up to the 49-yard line before Jamel Smith, the sophomore linebacker, brings him down. But Miami will move the chains on their first possession. Very important.
Very key on 3rd down. They go with 2 tight ends. They use their big 2 tight ends up front. Daniel Franks and Mondrell Fulcher along with the left side of the line. They go over Robert Sampson, number 76. You see number 72, Callejas, doing a great job providing the kick-out block right there. And Edgerrin James cuts it up inside for a first down. Miami needs to run the football effectively and aggressively early in this ball game.
The stadium holds 50,000 people, and they are whooping it up right now. Their Hokies are on top of the Big East and looking to go to an Alliance Bowl for the 3rd consecutive year. On first down, Clement's first pass complete to Andre King, shoved out of bounds inside the 41-yard line of Virginia Tech. That's a gain of 11 and a first down.
That's a nice call on first down. Just a simple pitch and catch on the outside. Number 31, Andre King, he gets his 4th reception of the season. Just a 3-step drop by Ryan Clement. Does a nice job. Watch where this football is on the outside. There's a linebacker to his inside, so Ryan throws it to his outside shoulder. Should be good enough for a first down.
Ike Charlton, number 3, out of Orlando, Florida, making the tackle on the play. A pickup of 11 and a first down for Miami. They go double wide receiver to the top of your screen. Counterplay, James. Stutter stepping in the hole, run down from behind by Engelberger, and a penalty flag comes into the pile. It's a loss of a yard, but let's check out the flag. Looks like it may go against Virginia Tech. There were no Miami players other than Edger and James around where that flag was dropped. Face mask call coming up against Virginia Tech.
Tonight, Frank, I really think Miami's going to be better off when they have those quick-hitting plays. Virginia Tech, they like to put 8 and 9 people around the line of scrimmage, at least 8 in the box.
During the run, incidental grabbing of the face mask, defense, 5 yards, assess the end of the run, by penalty first down.
You'll see on the counter plays, especially the first play of the game, Virginia Tech had a couple people in the Miami backfield. Edger and James did a good job of escaping the tackle, but you have to go north and south, and quick hitting plays for Miami should be successful tonight.
First down and 10 at the 36 after the automatic burst on the face mask. And flags down. Illegal procedure coming up against Miami, or illegal motion.
Yeah, illegal shift. They had 2 guys moving at the same time, one on the offensive line and one in the backfield.
Dead ball, false start, offense. 5 yards, previous spot, remains first down.
So we'll march 5 back the other way and make it 1st and 15 from the Virginia Tech 41. John, the one thing that probably disturbs Butch Davis, and there are some reasons for this with all the injuries they've had and playing so many young guys, they had their fewest penalties in the first game of the year, 2 against Baylor. And since then, they've had some double-digit penalty games, and that's what disturbs the coaching staff, although, again, they're playing a lot of young guys, and they've had to shift a lot of guys around. On 1st and 15, Clement, quick out. Reggie Wayne makes the catch at the 36-yard line and hauled out of bounds right there by Ike Charlton. It's a pickup of 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's good to get Reggie Wayne in the ball game early. Hasn't caught too many passes in the last couple weeks, only 1. So he gets 1 early in the first quarter. Reggie Wayne, 32 receptions on the year. He's averaging 12.9 per catch, so he's an electrifying player on the outside. If Miami can get him into that one-on-one, especially when the Hokies come with the blitz.
Reggie Wayne, not really a deep threat, more of a possession receiver, but a pretty good one. Averages over 12 yards a catch, 1 touchdown. His long is 28 yards. 2nd and 10. Clement under some pressure to the outside, complete to Wayne at the 25. Reggie Wayne fumbles the football, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Miami will keep it at the Virginia Tech 8-yard line, and they'll mark it back where the fumble occurred at the 16. That's where Reggie Wayne coughed up the football, and fortunately for Miami, it went out of bounds, and Andre King ushered it out so Miami would keep possession.
Looked like when Reggie wanted to tuck that football away, it was a little slick. He really couldn't put it under either shoulder. Watch this. He comes around, the ball's outside right now. He's trying to switch it. He sees the oncoming Philip Sumner, the strong safety. He gets a hand on it, and luckily for Miami, it bounces out of bounds. Number 88, Daniel Frank's on the spot for Miami, but not until the ball bounces out of bounds.
Good strip by Philip Summers, but it's 1st and 10 Miami at the Virginia Tech 16-yard line. Darrell Jones, the freshman, in motion. James, hit by Steve Tate, no gain. Steve Tate, number 49, the middle linebacker, stepped up in the hole and made the play. And we were talking about the fumble on the previous play. Miami has put it on the ground 21. That's the 22nd fumble. However, they've lost only 4 fumbles, so they've been a little bit fortunate.
They have been very fortunate. You mentioned Steve Tate. We caught him in the open. Also, number 46, Jamel Smith, on that particular play. Carlo Joseph's going to have his hands full getting through the line of scrimmage and blocking these quick and aggressive linebackers for the Hokies.
2nd and 10. At the Hokie 16. Santana Moss in motion. Blitz coming. James picks it up. Pass complete to Bubba Franks down close to the first down at the 6-yard line. Ike Charlton, who's had a busy evening already for the Virginia Tech defense, making the tackle. And where they're spotting the ball, it looks like Miami will have a 1st and goal.
Well, Ryan's been on the mark 4 out of 4 so far in this football game. He's doing a nice job. He finds his tight end, Daniel Franks, and watch what Bubba Franks does with his body. He keeps the defender behind the football. Watch him right here. He's such a big target at 6'6". He keeps the ball outside and makes the defender go through him to get to the football. He can't do it. Miami's very successful throwing the football early.
1st and goal for the Hurricanes. Module Fulcher, the double second tight end, in motion. James, really nowhere to go. He'll get nothing. Number 90, Danny Wheel, made the first contact, and then Jamel Smith, number 46, helped out. No gain.
Well, Frank, that's something you just can't do against this Hokie defense. You can't stop and start again because they have too many people within 5 yards of the football. They're very aggressive, and they pursue right down the line of scrimmage. Edgerrin James needs to pop it through. You see 10 touchdowns on the year. He would love to get his 11th right now from the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal for the Hurricanes, and this is where they've had problems against Virginia Tech the past 2 years in the red zone. Darrell Jones in motion. Roll out by Clement. There's nowhere to go. Clement's going to keep it. Ryan Clement, touchdown Miami. Ryan Clement from 6 yards out opens the scoring, and Miami has been held to 1 touchdown in each of the past 2 games against Virginia Tech, but they're on the board in their first possession.
That's a terrific athletic play by your quarterback, Ryan Clement. What a great job. There's really no one there. It's a naked bootleg with Daniel Franks blocking, then trying to get to the outside. Ryan freezes the defense. He looked down the middle of the field as he was going to throw it. Then he uses his speed. He tucks the ball underneath his arm. Touchdown, Canes.
Andy Crossland on to attempt the conversion out of Jeff Popovich's hold. Denny Fortney with the snap. Crossland's kick is good. And with 10 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in the first quarter here at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, Virginia, it's the Hurricanes jumping on top of 20th ranked Virginia Tech by a score of 7-0. We'll be right back on Sports Channel. Back at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, Virginia, the Hurricanes with an early 7-0 lead on the Hokies of Virginia Tech. A 6-yard run by Ryan Clement on the naked bootleg. We'll take another look, John. Nobody was open, so Ryan just took off.
Yeah, Bubba Franks was trying to get out in the flat, but he was really covered. Hokies did a nice job of delaying him, but what a nice athletic play by Clement that time. Tucks it in by himself. He had a great series on his opening series, and so what a great big opening drive by this offense of the University of Miami. On the road, tough elements, tough night to play away. 11-play scoring drive for 65 yards. It took up 4 minutes and 32 seconds, all culminating in Ryan's 6-yard touchdown run. But that's huge to open up and put it on the scoreboard first against a tough Big East opponent.
No question about that. Miami with their 5th touchdown on 9 game-opening drives this year. George Gaitan will kick it off. Ike Charlton, the deep man. This is Kendrick at the Andre Kendrick. Kendrick looking for a hole. Tries to slip to the outside and does, and is finally run down by Leonard Myers, number 22, up at the Tech 33-yard line. That is where Tech will start 1st and 10. And Al Clark out of Washington, D.C. will lead his offense onto the field. Good look at Al Clark, 6'1", 199 junior. And there are his numbers on the season, and you can see he is dangerous when he takes off out of the pocket, and that's something that's hurt Miami so far this year. 1st and 10 from the 33. Oxendine, the tailback. And this is Oxendine falling as he hits the hole. Cliff Jackson there to cover him, and a loss of about 1 yard, but Oxendine never got his footing. Let's take a look at the offensive setup. Ken Oxendine, the senior, 224 pounds. And on the offensive line, John and I's favorite player in all of college football, Gennaro DiNapoli, our Paisan. You got Fort and Congemi in the booth and DiNapoli on the field. Doesn't get any better than that.
Wave the flags, Frank.
2nd and long for the Hokies. Marcus Parker, the fullback, fake to him, and Al Clark keeps it. And Clark has a good gain up across the 45 to the 46-yard line. A pickup of 13 and a 1st down. He even fooled me.
Wow, what a terrific fake by Al Clark. Marcus Parker did a great job of riding him through the line of scrimmage. The Miami perimeter defense just sucked in, and it was a big play.
Damian Lewis will move from tackle to end in an effort to stop the run tonight for Miami. The linebackers, Michael Smith, the sophomore. Cliff Jackson gets to start in the middle. And the defensive backs, Jeff Popovich, will start for Dennis Scott, who is out with a season-ending knee injury at strong safety. Hokies at their 46 on 1st down out of the shotgun. Clark with time over the middle, wide open. Michael Stewie, make it number 81, That's Brian Henley, the backup wide receiver, and he's down to the Miami 32-yard line.
Well, this is something the Miami defense could not afford to do. Their offense goes down and gives them a lead of 7-0. Now in a couple of plays, Virginia Tech already on the Miami 32-yard line.
Pickup of 22 on the first down pass. 3 wide receivers in the game for Virginia Tech. Clark still has it. Pitch to Oxendine. Good play by Dwayne Starks, but Oxendine will squeeze out about 7 yards out of it. Starks hit him back at the 30, but Oxendine got down to the 25.
Yeah, that's a nice play by your cornerback, Dwayne Starks, number 23. Did a nice job of eluding the downfield block and then getting into Ken Oxendine. But as you said, Frank, not until Oxendine gained 7 yards.
2nd and 3 for Virginia Tech. 8:40 left to go first quarter. You look at Ken Oxendine's numbers. The average is not gaudy, but he's a big, powerful guy. And this Tech offensive line is huge. Out of the shotgun, Clark on 2nd down. Clark will pull it down and run. Clark hauled down at the 21-yard line. Chad Pegues making the tackle from behind, but Clark did pick up 4 yards and a Virginia Tech first down.
Yeah, Pegues on the tackle, but credit Cliff Jackson. He did a nice job on the inside of really forcing Al Clark to tuck the football. Wanted to go downfield to a slot receiver, but he was covered by Cliff Jackson. But that's the athletic ability we talked about in the open. Al Clark has the ability to tuck it and run on 2nd and 3rd down. That could hurt this Hurricane defense.
You see Al Clark's rushing numbers this year, and that, of course, includes the times he was sacked. So he is capable. Double wide receiver to the left. 1st and 10. Miami shows blitz. Delay to Oxendine. Has room. Oxendine to the 10. Oxendine to the 8. Eugene Ridgely made the tackle, but 12 yards for Oxendine on first down.
Virginia Tech making it look too easy, Frank, going down right down the football field on this Hurricane defense, and they're going no huddle, keeping the Miami people in bland coverages and bland schemes, and they're just big draw play right here by Ken Oxendine right up the middle of the football field. Dwayne Starks got a hand on him. Eugene Ridgely finally brings him down. The Hokies are inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Officially a pickup of 13 on the last play. 1st and goal for the Hokies. Oxendine. Morgan has him, and Oxendine down to the 1, but flags have flown, and I believe they blew that play dead before it even started. You see the false start against Virginia Tech. That'll move it back to between the 12 and 13-yard line. And we'll have 1st and goal from that point. 7:23 left to go first quarter. Frank Forch, John Congemi with you on Sports Channel. The Hurricanes with a 7-0 lead on a 6-yard run by Ryan Clement. But Virginia Tech has moved it from their 33 after the ensuing kickoff down now to the Miami 12-yard line, where it is 1st and goal. Nate Webster in the game at linebacker for Miami. Marcus Parker and Oxendine behind Al Clark. Webster shows blitz. Al Clark checking off. Oxendine inside the 10, close to the 7-yard line. Wrapped up at the ankles by Dan Morgan, number 44, the freshman out of Coral Springs, Florida. It's a pickup of close to 5. It'll bring up 2nd and goal just inside the Miami 8-yard line.
Nice play by Dan Morgan coming down the line of scrimmage from that weak linebacker position. Made the tackle on Oxendine, but Miami's defense has to keep Virginia Tech out of the end zone, limit them to a field goal opportunity. It's going to be tough keeping them out of the end zone the way they've drove the football in this first series.
2nd and goal, Hokies. Clark on the delay to Oxendine. Oxendine cannot get away. Jeff Popovich coming up from the strong safety position, hits him for a loss of a yard. Excellent play by the strong safety.
Yeah, it looked like Oxendine slipped when he wanted to make his cut to the outside. Take a look right here. Just as he breaks it outside, he slips, and that gives enough time for Popovich to square up and take the big back down from the Hokies. But a nice job by Popovich. He gets his 2nd start of the season, doing a great job in this first series, keeping Oxendine out of the end zone, but a big 3rd down for this Cane defense right here.
3rd and goal. Split backfield, shotgun. Clark pulls it down. Trying to get to the outside, got a good block, hit, and fumbled out of bounds. Virginia Tech will retain possession, but an excellent hit over there. The Miami defensive backfield was that Nate Brooks, number 2.
It looked like Nate Brooks did a great job. coming from the cornerback position. Marcus Parker got a great block on Dan Morgan. You'll see at the left side of your screen, but watch number 2. Nate Brooks does a nice job of popping the football out of the quarterback Al Clark's hands and limits Virginia Tech to that field goal opportunity. That was very crucial in this first drive. Limit them for the opportunities, try to stay on top.
Shane Graham will try it from 22 yards out of the hold of Caleb Hurd, who is strictly a holder. Kick by Graham is up, and the kick by Shane Graham is good. With 5:35 left to go first quarter, Tech is on the board on a 22-yard Shane Graham field goal. 5:35 left to go in the first. It's Miami 7, Virginia Tech 3. We'll be right back on Sports Channel after this. Back at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, Virginia. Frank Fort and John Congemi with you on Sports Channel as we bring you the Miami Hurricanes at the Virginia Tech Hokies. Miami with the 7-3 lead. Both teams scoring on their first possession.
Yeah, good football game. Tough and aggressive play by both offenses coming out and putting it in for scores. 1 field goal for Virginia Tech and a touchdown by Miami on their opening drives, but aggressive play early in this football game.
Kickoff will come from number 95, Jimmy Kibble. And again, it's Santana Moss and Jeff Popovich back to receive as you look at the Tech scoring drive. 10 plays, 62 yards, 4:53 off the clock. Kibble hits it toward the corner. Moss at the 1. Santana Moss up to the 20-yard line. Flag comes in. Probably will be an illegal block against Miami as Ike Charlton, number 3, made the tackle against Santana Moss. And again, this is what Miami does not want to do. You don't want to have special teams penalties against a team like Virginia Tech. You start your offense in bad field position and you give Virginia Tech just the green light to go after you with those blitzes and stunts.
Well, you're right, Frank. You don't want to go 85 and 90 and 95 yards for a scoring drive. Right now, Miami has put themselves in a hole. They're going to get the ball probably inside the 10-yard line to start their second series of the football game. You see Ryan Clement going out to join the rest of his offense, but that's a bad feeling when you're running out on the football field and you got 1 foot in the end zone and you're looking down. It's an awful long way to go.
The illegal block against the Hurricanes will put it back at about their between the 8 and 9 yard line. And Ryan Clement leading the team on the touchdown drive, his first possession. We'll see what they do here. 4 out of 4 for 44 yards for Clement. And the crowd getting back into it. Carlo Joseph with a rare carry, only his second of the season, gets it up to the 11-yard line. Jamel Smith, number 44, making the tackle. Pickup of about 3 on first down. Carlo Joseph only 1 other carry this year. That was a 3-yard touchdown against Temple.
Yeah, I had to rub my eyes to make sure I saw that. Carlo Joseph doing a nice job, but that's okay. That's a quick hitting play for 3 yards. If Carlo breaks a tackle, you know, he's closer to a first down. That's what Miami needs to do with the football. Change it up a little bit. Give Carlo and possibly Nick Williams some carries at the fullback and go right at the Hokie defense.
Second and call it 8 as they actually place the ball on the first down play at the 9, the gain to the 11. Clement over the middle, incomplete for Reggie Wayne, threw it low. And Ryan Clement's clapping his hands and saying, my fault, my fault.
Yeah, Ryan just short-armed the throw a little bit, had what he wanted. He read perfectly the strong safety. He's pointing to himself saying, hey, that's my bad. I got to get the ball on you. You made a good route. I'll get it to you next time. Let's get back in the huddle and convert on 3rd and long now.
Well, 3rd and long is where you do not want to be against this Virginia Tech defense. Folks here are happy because Georgia Tech beat Virginia, one of their arch rivals here at Virginia Tech, 31-28. But right now their main concern is this game. 3rd and long for the Hurricanes. A little surprised they wouldn't go back to the shotgun in this situation. Clement will throw it deep, going for Reggie Wayne. He made the catch. Was he inbounds?
Yes.
Yes, he was. At the 38-yard line of Virginia Tech. Terrific catch by Reggie Wayne and a gain of 27.
And a great throw by your quarterback, Ryan Clement. What a great job. Great touch. He audibles at the line of scrimmage. He knows he has one-on-one coverage. Shades of 95. He did this a lot when he came into the ball game in 95 on the road against the Hokies. Just throws it up and lets his receiver go and get it. But just a perfect touch pass down the Hokie sidelines and a big conversion on 3rd down.
Gain of 28. Up to the Miami 39-yard line. So a huge first down for the Hurricanes as we have 4:38 left to go first quarter here in Blacksburg. Clement checking off at the line. Edgerrin James bounces outside. James to the 40. James across the 45 to the Miami 46-yard line. Picked up a little more than 7. Number 46, Jamel Smith, in on another tackle, the sophomore out of Columbia, South Carolina.
Credit Darrell Jones going down the field from his slot back position and getting a block on the secondary. Looked like on the strong safety, Summers, number 8, did a nice job of containing his block, and as Edgerins bounced the ball outside, was able to pick up a few more yards.
And Miami's receivers have done a great job downfield blocking. That's why the running backs have been able to break some long plays. You don't do that without downfield blocking. James shakes the tackle in the backfield, gets close to the first down at the 49-yard line. Number 77, Carl Bradley, covers him there, and it will depend on the spot as to whether Miami has a first down. And it is a first down for the Hurricanes. First and 10 from the 49. 3:55 left to go first quarter here in Blacksburg. Look at Ryan Clement as Darrell Jones brings the play in from the sideline. And John, Miami using those 4 freshman wide receivers pretty much exclusively. And now a timeout signaled by the officials on the field.
They're getting great production, you know, not only catching the football. You really can't look at a stat sheet when you're looking at these young receivers and say, wow, you know, they're doing a terrific job, but they do the little things. They're going down when they don't get the football, they're running the routes and making other people open. They're blocking for both of their backs, really all 3 of their offensive backs. You take a James Jackson as well and Trent Jones along with Edgerrin James. Any one of these guys can spring at the length of the field as soon as they touch the ball. So they're doing a great job blocking downfield.
Yeah, you don't score from 56 and 49 and 41 yards out unless your receivers are tying up defensive backs. First and 10, Canes near midfield. Play fake by Clement. Pass outside, wide open, Carlo Joseph at the Tech 40. Carlo Joseph inside the Tech 30 to the 28-yard line before he is run down. Jamel Smith again on the tackle along with number 8, Philip Summers, but a significant gain of close to 23 yards by Carlo Joseph.
Yeah, Carlo has 12 receptions on the season and 2 touchdowns when catching the football out of the backfield. It must have been a bust by the Virginia Tech defense. Nobody in the flat. Ryan sees it right away. Wanted to go downfield on the comeback route, but say, hey, why not? I'll throw a 5-yard pass and pick up over 25 yards. Nice job of securing the football by the fullback, Carlo Joseph.
First down at the Tech 27. 3:04 left to go first quarter. Counter play to James. Behind Carlo Joseph. James trying to get to the outside. Good stiff arm, but falls down at the 24-yard line. He put a stiff arm on number 11, Larry Green, the cornerback, but then slipped and lost his footing. Pickup of close to 4. It'll bring up second and a long 6 for Miami.
Tough to go east and west on this ground. We were out there early before the game. A little slick on the outside, but Larry Green, number 11, you'll see he's only 5'7". Edgerrin James is 6'1", 220, says, come here, mister, I got something for you. Puts him down on the ground. Just as he goes to take it north and south, he slips and falls out of bounds.
Second down, Canes inside the Tech 25. Fake to James. Clement steps up as he's hit, and a great catch by Bubba Franks at the 14-yard line of Virginia Tech. That's a first down.
Talk about reading your receiver. Daniel Franks did a great job of keeping the play alive, and Ryan Clement, under duress, slides in the pocket. He knew he had to throw it outside the linebacker, and Bubba Franks goes down and catches the football. Watch Ryan slide to his right. He's feeling pressure right now. Knows he has to throw it out in front of Bubba Franks, but look at the extension. He's 6'6". He can go and get those footballs. That's knowing your receiver, putting it in a place where he can catch it or it's going to be incomplete.
He needed every inch of that 6'6" as well. First down, Miami at the Tech 14. Santana Moss in motion. James again. Runs into the pile and gets away again. James still on his feet and gets back to the 17-yard line, but it's a loss of close to 2. Run out of bounds by Corey Bird and Jamel Smith. But he turned a 5-yard loss into a 2-yard loss, and that doesn't sound like anything special, but it saves yardage, and down in the red zone, that's what you have to have.
It looked like Virginia Tech had about 17 or 18 red or purple jerseys out there. They were all over the field and all over number 5, Edgerrin James. A nice job by that Hokie defensive front, being aggressive and running and pursuing after a guy that can put it in the end zone from anywhere.
Minute 46 left to go here in this first quarter. Call it second and 13 for Miami. They have to get it to the Tech 5-yard line for a first down. Play clock down to 2. Clement gets the play off. Ryan with time. Tight end Franks at the 8. Bubba Franks down close to first down yardage. Bubba Franks, a huge target, and Ryan Clement found him. Lauren Johnson, number 12, the cornerback out of Miramar High School in South Florida, Broward County, made the tackle. but that is going to be close to a first down, and they are signaling first down Miami, so it's a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line, a pickup of 12.
Ryan's showing me something here in this ball game he hasn't shown me all season. He's staying in the pocket. Normally, he would tuck that football and run after he checked his first, second, and third receiver. He went back to his second receiver, Daniel Franks, found him over the middle, and it was close to a first down.
Miami with double tight end. Clement with a sneak. It was 3rd down, excuse me. I thought I saw the referee signal first down after the last play, but it was 3rd and a yard, and Clement now has the first down.
Yeah, he did signal first down, and I believe he reset the sticks at 3rd and very short. Ryan gets it on the quarterback sneak. You were seeing the right thing, partner.
I wasn't making it up, I swear to you. I saw the referee give the first down signal. Now he's giving it again.
Yeah.
This time it is a first down. They've changed the marker. 53 seconds, left to go first quarter. Miami's second possession. They punched it in on their first. 1st and goal from the 4. This is where they have to avoid the negative play, which has haunted them most of the season. James to the outside, Edgerrin James, touchdown Miami. Well, that's not a negative play, that is a positive play. A 4-yard touchdown run from Edgerrin James.
Miami wins the battle at the line of scrimmage. Curlin Blaze, Cajellas, they do a great job, and also the tight end in motion. I believe it was Mondrell Fulcher, does a great job. There's a wide split on the outside by Darrell Jones. That gives a lot of room on the outside. Watch number 40 as well, does a nice job. Carlo Joseph, downfield blocking, but the speed and power of your tailback, Edgerrin James, in for the score.
The 11th rushing touchdown for Edgerrin James, and his 12th overall. Crossland's conversion attempt is blocked, and this could go for a 2-point conversion the other way if Tech can pick up the ball. They kicked it. That ought to be a penalty. Jeff Popovich will cover the ball in any case. Larry Green looked like he got in there and kicked the ball. I'm not sure who blocked it, but the conversion unsuccessful, so Miami's lead is 13-3 with 36 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Well, heads-up play by Jeff Popovich. He has to get on that football. The Hokies can convert that to 2 points.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with Miami leading Virginia Tech by a score of 13-3 here in the first quarter. There's the time left in the first quarter, 36 seconds. Miami puts their second touchdown on the board, but Virginia Tech will come up and block the conversion.
Yeah, it looked like Andy Crossland just caught it low, Frank. I'm not sure who got a hand on it. Look, somebody came, they cut somebody free right down the middle of the
Carl Bradley,
field.
number
Carl
77.
Bradley, you're right. And then watch the kick here.
That's
right
an intentional kick. That should have been a flag.
That looked like we're playing soccer or Australian rules football. It did a great job of advancing it, but Jeff Popovich, nice job by the Miami special teams of getting on the football. You know, you don't want to make one bad play into another bad play and convert it for 2 points, but Miami 12 plays, 92 yards on that scoring drive, almost 5 minutes, and Edgerrin James takes it in for the score, but a nice job by the Miami offensive line, really doing a good job of keeping the pressure off Ryan Clement.
That's the third 90-yard plus drive in the last 3 weeks for the Hurricane offense. Ike Charlton back to receive the George Gaitan kickoff. Kicks it high, and again number 4, Kendrick. That is 20. Kendrick to the outside. Kendrick still going and close to the 30-yard line where he is swarmed under. Nate Webster there on the tackle along with Tavokius Bonner on the Miami special teams. The Hokies will start 1st and 10 at their 29. They trail it 13-3. So the Miami offense continuing what they've done the last 3 weeks against this very tough Virginia Tech defense. Now it's up to the Miami defense to show something.
And that's the squad we were worried about, the defense. Can they keep the Hokies under wraps today running the football?
Marcus Parker and Ken Oxendine behind Al Clark, the Hokie quarterback. Cliff Jackson up showing blitz for Miami.
Yeah, watch the fade to the outside, one-on-one.
Instead to give to Oxendine in the arms of Michael Smith up across to the 32-yard line and a gain of 3. Michael Smith, the sophomore out of Riviera Beach, making the play. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7 as you see the clock winding down here in the first quarter. Tech with the no huddle, and we'll see if they will attempt to get off another play.
I don't think they're going to be able to get this one off, Frank.
And that is the end of the first quarter here in Blacksburg. After 15 minutes of play, it's the Miami Hurricanes 13 and the Hokies of Virginia Tech 3. We'll take a break here on Sports Channel. We'll be back with second quarter action after this. Start of the second quarter in Blacksburg, Lane Stadium, Worsham Field on the campus of Virginia Tech. A beautiful campus, by the way, and beautiful fall colors as we're driving in. The leaves have all changed, and it's just a nice place for college football. Right now, it's a nice place for the Hurricanes as they lead 13-3. We'll see if they can keep that up. Butch Davis's team has, when they've lost, they've slumped in the second half. But we've got 15 more minutes until we even reach that point. So it's 2nd and 7 for Virginia Tech, and you see the time of possession, and that would be ideal for the Hurricanes if they could continue that trend. On 2nd and 7, counter play. Oxendine cuts through the hole. Dan Morgan tripped him up at the 39-yard line, or Oxendine would have had a lot more. As he is, he's close to a first down.
Nice blocking up front by that Virginia Tech line. A lot of guys up front. Todd Washington in the center, number 75, did a nice job. Watch the pulling guard. DiNapoli, 64, kicks out number 98, Matt Sweeney, and now it's just the running of Ken Oxendine. Almost breaks the tackle of number 44, Dan Morgan, but a nice job by the backfield and offensive line for Virginia Tech.
They are going to measure for first down yardage. Virginia Tech's offensive line is a good one. Todd Washington, the center, 6'3", 317, the senior from Malfa, Virginia. His brother played here also and graduated last year. And they were honoring the Tech parents before the game. And his father was easy to pick out. His father was about twice as big as any other father out there. His father, Tony Jr., is a football coach, a high school football coach as well. It is a first down for the Hokies at their own 39-yard line. But Todd Washington, you could tell it was real easy to pick out who his dad was. That was what they call a no-brainer.
Virginia Tech really going with this no huddle, trying to keep the pace of the football game going and try to run a lot of offensive plays. Right now, Miami's run 22 offensive plays and Virginia Tech only 10.
First down, Hokies. And they have triple wide receiver in the game, with Parker and Oxendine behind Al Clark, the quarterback. No tight ends. Oxendine across the 40, across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Cliff Jackson, the middle linebacker, making the tackle, but a gain of close to 8 on first down.
Give some credit to Marcus Parker, the fullback of the Hokies. Did a nice job on Dan Morgan. Morgan really finding a crease, almost getting into the backfield to stop Oxendine. But that offensive line, if they start to get on a roll, Miami really needs to put a stop to this running game right now.
They switch out of the shotgun into the standard I. 2nd and 3, Hokies. Clark is going to be stacked up. Looked like a mix-up, or he wanted to run the option. But the fullback, Parker, did not carry out any kind of fake. He just went to block.
Fullback went the wrong way, it looked like. He went right. Al Clark opens up left. Oxendine went to the short side of the field, too. And then you run into Lewis, number 92. But take a look. The fullback goes right. I think the quarterback went the wrong way. It looked like Oxendine wanted to go to the right in the beginning of that play. Miami takes advantage of a missed opportunity by the Hokie offense.
Damian Lewis made the play for no gain. 3rd and 3, Hokies. Clark keeps it. Clark across midfield. Look out. Al Clark to the 30. Nate Brooks. Now he pitches it late to Oxendine. A risky play, and Oxendine inside the Miami 10, where Michael Smith and Nate Brooks made the tackle. Kind of a risky play when you've got that big of a game going, but Clark and Oxendine pull it off.
Yeah, I think it's a heads-up play by your quarterback. He's hurt. He had an injured knee and he knew he couldn't go the distance. And if his running back, Ken Oxendine, he's a senior, if he's doing his job, he should still be trailing the quarterback. Take a look at Clark here. He's going downfield. Hey, he knows he can't make it all the way right now. Somebody should be trailing. I forgot about him. Ken Oxendine's in the right place at the right time. He gets another 10 yards. Nice job. Nice heads-up play by the junior quarterback, Al Clark.
And that's what the Miami coaches were really concerned about, Clark's running ability. A pickup of 50 yards on that play total between Clark and Oxendine. Clark calling for quiet. Parker, the fullback.
He's still
Parker
going.
Still going, and he's got a touchdown. Parker ran right through Chad Pegues and the rest of the Miami defense for a 7-yard touchdown.
Poor tackling up front by the University of Miami. The Hurricanes did not tackle. They had the fullback Marcus Parker stopped at the 5-yard line, but just determination, and watch a strong running. He's 5'10", 227 pounds. He keeps the Pistons going inside the 5. Nobody's tackling. Everybody's standing around watching. He goes in for the touchdown.
And Virginia Tech will go for 1 to cut the lead to 3. Shane Graham out of the Caleb Hurd hold, and the kick is good. With 12 minutes, 58 seconds left to go second quarter, Virginia Tech has punched it into the end zone. and both teams have scored on each of their possessions so far. It's Miami 13, Virginia Tech 10. We'll be back from Blacksburg right after this. 12:58 left to go second quarter. Miami 13, Virginia Tech 10. Miami's 2 possessions have resulted in touchdowns. Virginia Tech's 2 possessions have resulted in a field goal and a touchdown. A look at number 95, Jimmy Kibble, the left footer to kick it off. Santana Moss and Jeff Popovich back to receive for the Hurricanes. Kick from Kibble toward the corner. Moss at the 5. Moss up the sideline. Santana Moss tripped up as he reaches the 23-yard line. Number 47 on the special teams tackle, Ryan Smith, the backup defensive end, made the first contact. Miami will start 1st and 10 at their 24. A look at the Hokie scoring drive. The big play was the Clark run and the late pitch to Oxendine that resulted in 50 of those 71 yards.
Yeah, just a heads-up play by the quarterback. Looked like the fullback had it. He comes out on the option. Now it's Miami's turn to answer on offense. Ryan Clement having a terrific night so far early. He's 8 of 9 for 118 yards. His long pass of 28, but doing a nice job of running the offense. The Hurricanes have to answer again on this possession.
And the Canes go with the 3 wideout set on 1st and 10 at their 24. Nick Williams, the fullback. James Jackson now the tailback. And flags down as that play is whistled dead. Looked like Ty Wise got an early start, the left guard, number 64.
Yeah, this crowd trying to get into the football game, and that defense of Hokies trying to urge them on.
False start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
3rd penalty on Miami already this game.
Well, as an offense right now, Frank, all you have to do is make a first down, come back with a positive play. That quiets the crowd down right away.
Again, the 3 wideout set. 1st and 15 at the Miami 19. Middle linebacker Tate showing blitz. He does not come. James Jackson with the football. Jackson skips his way across the 25, 30. And Jackson in the arms of Ike Charlton up to the 36-yard line will pick up a Miami first down, a gain of 17.
Kind of quiet now, huh? Great play by number 21, James Jackson. That's all he has to do to quiet the crowd. Make a big play after the Hokies get a convert on a penalty, make it 1st and 15. Get a change up at running back. He brings you a little bit more acceleration through the line of scrimmage. Does a nice job of running the football. Also, you get a change at fullback. Number 30, Nick Williams, providing great blocking for his tailback.
Yeah, he turned Steve Tate, the middle linebacker, around and gave Jackson the room in the middle. On first down. Jackson cut from behind on the counter play. Number 16, Corey Bird, making the tackle, Corey Bird. And that is a loss back to the 32-yard line, a loss of almost 4 as the counter play a little slow developing, and Bird ran it down.
That's the only problem with the counter. You got to account for the backside because Virginia Tech really pursues, and Corey Bird comes right off the backside to get James Jackson deep in the Miami backfield. That's the only worry you have with a slow developing play. You need the quick hitters against this 8-man front. 2nd
and 14 for the Hurricanes. And Curlin Blaze just stands up. Robert Sampson, was 76. Sampson, not 79, Blaze. And this is that young offensive line, and you see when crowds start to get into it, they're making some mistakes.
Well, here's what you need to do right now. The crowd's getting into this football game. You have a bad play. Come up and go on the first snap, first sound, so you eliminate the audible, you eliminate a lot of things, a lot of thinking on the line of scrimmage, and you start attacking instead of being a little bit passive.
Sampson, the sophomore out of Brandon, Florida, 6'3", 284. And a lot of these young guys have been baptism under fire this season with the injuries. On 2nd and 19, blitz coming. Miami does a good job picking it up, but Ryan Clement overthrows Darrell Jones at the 39-yard line. Number 9, Anthony Midget, who is not, had the coverage.
That's right. Nice job by the Hokie defense. They provide pressure, but Miami picked up everyone. Ryan had plenty of time to step up and throw that comeback route to Darrell Jones on the right side. First, really, pass he's overthrown high. Done a nice job of delivering the football. Missed on a quick slant early. This time he misses to the outside on a comeback. Brings up a 3rd and a very long. Looks like 20.
So 3 negative plays on this drive. 2 penalties and a 4-yard run. A 4-yard loss on a running play. 3rd and 19 from the 27. Clement forced out of the pocket by Kerwin Hairston. Clement throwing it deep for Santana Moss. He's got the catch at the Virginia Tech 33-yard line. A tremendous throw by Clement, moving to his left and throwing back to his right.
I'm not sure how Ryan found Santana Moss on that post pattern, because I believe he was just clearing out to the middle of the football field. Ryan gets flushed to the left side. He really wanted to go outside or down the middle of the field. A nice job. He's being pursued by Harrison, but he finds number 48 Santana Moss down the football field. Credit Santana Moss for never giving up on his route, and Ryan Clement showing the strength in his arm of getting the football well down the field. And Santana Moss goes up for the football. That was key on the reception.
41-yard gain on 3rd and 19. First down play, Jackson. Jackson pursued and dropped at the 29-yard line after a pickup of a little over 2 yards. Number 56, Corey Moore, the backup defensive end from Brownsville, Tennessee, a sophomore, made the tackle.
Nick Williams doing a nice job again, leading James Jackson to the outside. He's in at fullback, number 30. You see him in the middle of your screen along with James Jackson, really complimenting Jackson that time. If he wasn't caught from behind, could have gotten a couple more yards for this Hurricane offense.
10 minutes and 30 seconds left to go second quarter. Miami with the 3-point lead over Virginia Tech at 13-10. Triple wide receivers in the formation for Miami, no tight ends. Williams and Jackson in the backfield. Clement changing the play. Give to Williams, the fullback, and Williams gets about 3. Steve Tate, the middle linebacker out of North Canton, Ohio, making the tackle. It'll bring up 3rd and a long 4 for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, it looked like Ryan audibled, and the only person that didn't get the play was Robert Sampson, number 76. Had he heard the play and was able to get on the linebacker, that play could have sprung out of the back of the end zone. Nice play call. Good job. Ryan saw a blitz, audibles to the trap right up the middle of the play. It brings up another 3rd down. They have to convert on 3rd down. You see the passing yardage, Miami 160 to Virginia Tech's 22.
Call it 3rd and 5 at the Tech 27. Clement under some pressure. Flag down. Miami is going to get called for holding. Pass is dropped a little bit low by James Jackson at the 17-yard line. And Clement was hammered after the throw by Carl Bradley and Corey Moore.
And the coaches on the Virginia Tech sidelines are going berserk.
Well, the flag was down, and it's at the 35, so this is going to cost Miami big yardage. The line of scrimmage was the 27. You take the 7 where the holding occurred, plus 10. That's going to move them back to the 45-yard line. Nine minutes, 32 seconds left to go second quarter.
Holding gets the offense. 10 yards, assessed, you spotted a foul, remains 3rd down.
But it's 3rd and a mile. I'm going to guess it was Curlin Blaze because the pressure came from the right side of the Miami formation where Curlin plays right tackle.
Well, right now, if you're Miami, you want to pick up, you don't necessarily need a first down. You want to pick up about 15, maybe, 18 yards to give them a chance for a field goal opportunity. But you don't want to turn the football over right here. If you have it, great. If not, that's okay. Bring the punt team out and give it away and let your defense play a little bit.
From the Tech 45, line to gain is the 22 of Virginia Tech, and this is going to be an illegal substitution or a timeout.
Call by Virginia Tech, the first of the half.
Virginia Tech a little confused on their defensive package, their nickel package, and they will spend a timeout. 9:32 left to go, second quarter at Blacksburg. It's the Hurricanes 13, the Hokies 10. We'll be right back on Sports Channel with more. 9:32 left second quarter. It's Miami 13, Virginia Tech 10. The broadcast rights to tonight's telecast have been granted to Sports Channel Florida by ESPN Regional, solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any reproduction, transmission, or other use of this program without the express written consent of ESPN Regional or Sports Channel Florida is prohibited.
Not a way to roll that thing, Frank.
As we come back to play, it's a 3rd and 23 for the Hurricanes at the Virginia Tech, just inside the 45-yard line. They have converted a 3rd and 19 already on this drive, but 4 penalties on Miami.
Take a look at that huddle. Reggie Wayne trying to communicate to Ryan Clement. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to go to his freshman wide receiver. Looks like he's one-on-one on the outside.
3 wide receivers in the formation. Clement steps up, firing for Wayne and overthrows him at the 15-yard line of Virginia Tech. And Reggie had to run a pretty good corner route, but the ball a little bit long.
Yeah, it looked like the timing was off just a little bit. Reggie may have taken it to the post a couple steps too long, and he couldn't get out of the break to get to the football that was overthrown.
So Andy Crossland will come on. The first punt tonight in 5 possessions for both teams. Crossland to kick it away. Shane Graham, number 11, back to receive the punt, and this ball is going to be down at the 1-yard line. A tremendous play by the Miami special teams. Leonard Myers saved it from going into the end zone. Larry Green back to receive the kick, didn't make a move because it was going to hit inside the 5, but Leonard Myers made a tremendous play. And now the officials are talking something over. See if there was a flag thrown. It's holding on the Hurricanes. Oh, that's a huge play. Penalties just killing Miami right now.
I didn't see the flag initially. It might have been a late flag, or we just couldn't see it.
Well, it's at the 49-yard line, so 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Had to be one of the upbacks, possibly.
Against the kicking team, 10 yards assessed, spotted a foul, still 4th down.
Oh.
That's a huge play by the special teams. Special teams so far tonight holding on a big play that they pinned Virginia Tech back, looked like on the 1-yard line, then a blocked extra point that was almost converted to a 2-point play for the Hokies. So right now special teams got to pick up their play.
Yeah, and they had an illegal block on a kickoff return, which ultimately Miami moved down and scored anyway.
But they started inside the 10-yard line.
But that's the pattern developing, and some drizzle, a little rain falling here in Blacksburg. And you don't want to give this Tech team another shot at blocking a kick. They're pretty good at it.
Well, now you got to put a good foot into it by Crossland.
Here they come. Miami picks it up well. Crossland. And Green signals fair catch at the 28-yard line, but that cost Miami 27 yards. 4 penalties on that drive, and the Hurricanes hurt field position-wise. There are 9 minutes and 10 seconds left to go second quarter here at Blacksburg. Miami leads at 13-10. We'll be right back on Sports Channel.
What?
9:10 left to go second quarter. Virginia Tech with their first defensive stop of the night, and they'll take over at their 28-yard line, and a holding penalty costing Miami dearly on the punt. It was down at the 1-yard line, but a holding penalty forced Miami to re-kick it, and instead Larry Green makes the fair catch at his 28-yard line. So a 27-yard difference because of the penalty. Miami with 4 penalties on that last possession.
Yeah, really hurt them, and as you said, Frank, special teams have been a key for Miami so far. They're losing that battle, and that's one facet of this football game they cannot afford to lose.
Ken Oxendine and Marcus Parker, the running backs, behind Al Clark. Fake to Oxendine. Clark going complete to Parker. Parker gets away from Popovich at the 40, still on his feet and up to the 47-yard line. Nate Webster and James Sutton combining on the tackle. But a big play on first down for the Hokies.
Yeah, Marcus Parker's done a nice job blocking for Ken Oxendine. This time on the counter fake to Oxendine. Does a nice job of slipping out of the backfield. Bad angle looked like by the defensive end by Miami. Really didn't contain the quarterback. Then Popovich overruns Parker. Does a nice job of securing the football. Had a little help from his linebacking core, number 43, Sutton on the tackle, but not until a big gain by the fullback.
Gain of 19 on the completion to Marcus Parker. Clark, messed up play. Oxendine is going to be dropped by Damian Lewis back at the 40 after Sutton made the initial contact. He got away, and then Damian Lewis made the play for a loss of almost 7.
Yeah, nice job by Lewis, number 92, that defensive front. That's the first time they really forced the Tech offense into a loss of any type of yards on first down. And that finally puts Virginia Tech on their heels. They're still going with that no-huddle offense, a controlled no-huddle, but that time the Miami defense, a nice play.
2nd and 17 with 8:08 left to go second quarter. Al Clark with the pitch. Oxendine pulled down at the 44-yard line. Eugene Ridgely making the tackle along with Jeff Popovich. A gain of 3 as Miami did a good job stringing out the option.
The key was number 44, Dan Morgan. He forced the quarterback to make a decision. He pitches it outside to Oxendine and does a nice job, but that's the key. Take a look at the top of your screen. 44 comes over. Okay, Al Clark has the football. Make him do something with it and let your pursuit and people on defense run to the football. You see number 33, Jeff Popovich, did a great job eluding the blocker and taking down the running back, Oxendine.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down and 14. Clark with lots of time. Complete to Sean Sullivan, his tight end. Cliff Jackson has him at the Miami 45. They're 2.5 yards shy of a first down. Sean Sullivan out of Boca Raton Olympic Heights High School. The pickup was a dozen. It's 4th and a long 2. And Jimmy Kibble and the punting team will come on the field.
Yeah, Al Clark had an eternity to throw the football. Found his tight end Sullivan, but short of the first down. Virginia Tech and Frank Beamer are making the punt team come out on the football field and give it back to Miami.
Well, if you're not going to send linebackers, the underneath coverage has to be better than that. Miami only has 12 sacks this year, and they do not get a lot of pressure on the quarterback. And when Al Clark has struggled this year, it has been because of intense pressure. This punt goes into the Miami end zone. It's a touchback, and it'll be 1st and 10 Hurricanes at their 20 when we return with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the second quarter here at Blacksburg. The Miami defense has made their first stop of the night. It's the Hurricanes 13 and Virginia Tech 10 back from Blacksburg after this.
Hi, fill it up.
Sure.
Danger, danger. You have violated the vehicular security zone. In 10 seconds, a piercing blast will sound. 9, 8, 7, perimeter violation. Please step back. 5, 4, 3, 2, you have violated. Whoa. Well, alrighty then. Have a nice day.
You too.
This year, Nissan has performed a little magic on the new Altima. We made it roomier, we made it quieter, and we made it sleeker. But the real trick was making it for less. How? Sorry, magicians never reveal their secrets. The new Nissan Altima, starting at $15,000, $17,990, with a lot of stuff.
6.5 minutes left to go second quarter. Miami with a 3-point lead over the Hokies. Florida Panthers hockey is coming your way tomorrow night. Tune into Sports Channel when the Panthers face off against the Washington Capitals. We start our coverage at 5:30 exclusively on Sports Channel, the Panthers and the Caps from Miami Arena. And a look at Butch Davis. 4-4 this year. Some very early frustrations. West Virginia, Arizona State, and Pittsburgh all beating Miami, all winnable games for the Hurricanes in which they just did not get it done, and especially in the fourth quarter. And they may be looking at a similar situation tonight.
I don't think it's going to be decided until the fourth quarter again tonight, because both teams offensively really moving at will. It's going to be up to the defense. Whoever makes a stand, late in this football game, that should decide your winner.
Nick Williams and Edgerrin James, the running backs, behind Ryan Clement, as the Canes begin 1st and 10 from their 20. Play fake to James. Clement to Williams on the outside, dropped immediately by Steve Tate, and a gain of 3 for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, Tate leads the defense for the Hokies in total tackles coming into the game with 73. Did a nice job running with the fullback, Nick Williams, limiting the Miami Hurricanes to a minimal gain on first down.
Steve Tate, 6'1", 238 senior from North Canton, Ohio, 73 tackles, 4 for loss, 3 sacks, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery coming into tonight's game.
Well, anytime you're from Canton, you got to be able to play football, right?
You got that right. 6 minutes left to go second quarter. 2nd and 7 Miami. Edgerrin James with the football. James will get close to the 25. Jamel Smith on the tackle, along with Kerwin Hairston and Nate Williams. So it'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Miami.
This is what we talked about early, Frank. The crowd's going to get into it when Ryan comes up to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be very excited. Defense trying to get them going. Miami needs to convert these plays to win this football game tonight. They've done it so far early in this football game. They need to do it again.
3rd and 5, Miami at their own 25.
A lot of pressure, Frank.
Clement on 3rd and 5. Looking to go somewhere with the ball, has it batted and nearly intercepted. Incomplete pass will bring up a punting situation for the Canes. Well, Ryan had plenty of time, but he had nobody open.
Well, what happened, he audibled, and Virginia Tech backed out of the blitz. That time Ryan dropped back. He didn't see what he thought he would see when he dropped back after the 3-step drop. There's really nowhere to throw the football. Now he's looking for somebody to make a play. Almost turns into a bad play for the Canes and an interception for the Hokies. Nice heads-up play by the offensive lineman. Didn't get a number. It looked like he tried to get in front of the football.
Crossland's punt. Larry Green at his 28. Green right back up the middle and dropped at the 36-yard line. Cliff Jackson making the play on special teams for Miami, number 49, a linebacker out of Lynette, Alabama. 4 minutes, 54 seconds left to go, second quarter at Blacksburg. It's Miami hanging on to a 13-10 lead over Virginia Tech. We'll be right back on Sports Channel.
The Miami Dolphins are on the move, and it's time for Dolphins everywhere to unite. What better way to share in the excitement than by joining the official Miami Dolphin Club? Membership levels are designed for every fan. First, the Kids Club offers younger fans a chance to feel a part of the excitement. Then, there's the Aqua and Orange levels, offering an assortment of great gifts specially designed for the avid Dolphin. Finally, the family level lets the whole family enjoy the benefits of being a member. It's time to unite and share in the excitement. Join the Dolphin Club today.
Hey, Heineken's giving away season tickets to one of Florida's NFL teams.
No.
Yeah, get this. I went down to my local participating Heineken retailer, checked out the contest display, snagged an entry form, and now all I gotta do is watch Sunday Morning NFL on Sports Channel, and I can win tickets to an upcoming game.
No.
Yeah, and get this. If my team runs back the opening or halftime kickoff, I win season tickets for 1998.
No.
Yeah. Hey, you want a Heineken?
Yeah.
See your local participating Heineken retailer for contest rules and regulations.
Back in Blacksburg, 4:54 left to go, second quarter. Hurricanes hanging on to a 13-10 lead. Both teams scored on each of their first two possessions, but the defense for Virginia Tech has toughened up. Miami had to stop their last time out, and we'll see if they can come up with another one. Virginia Tech starts from their 36. Parker and Oxendine remain the running backs. Oxendine will get two. Eugene Ridgely on the top of the pile. And it's Damian Lewis at the bottom.
Virginia Tech will continue to go with that no huddle. You know, the one thing we talked about earlier, Frank, is that hitch screen to the outside to the flankers. The Hokies like to run that offensively. They haven't come to that yet. Look for them to maybe slip that in this series before halftime.
Well, they usually do it out of the split shotgun. They are in the standard set now. Clark with the pitch to Oxendine. Oxendine cannot get away from Jeffrey Taylor, and then help arrives from Matt Sweeney. It's a loss of 2. Back to the 36. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, credit Matt Sweeney did a nice job pressuring the quarterback, and then Jeffrey Taylor coming from the middle linebacker position did a nice job as well. Great team speed by Miami, but they forced the pitch again. Miami in perfect position to stop the option play on the outside. First man there, Jeffrey Taylor, did a nice job securing Oxendine around the waist, and he gets a little excited afterwards. That's what Miami needs a little bit more of. Get excited after big plays. They force the Hokies into a 3rd and long.
Trip wide receiver formation out of the shotgun on 3rd and 10. Clark with the draw. Hurdles a tackle. Dan Morgan has him, and they'll pick up 7, but it'll be short of a first down. Clint Hurt coming back to help out, number 93 on the tackle, but Virginia Tech will be forced to punt it.
That's what happens. Credit the play before on the option. That's Virginia Tech's bread and butter. When they run the option, they did a great job stopping him on 2nd down, forced him into a 3rd and long situation.
Kibble to kick it away. Good punt. Hits at the 20 and bounces straight sideways and out of bounds just past the Miami 20-yard line. That's where the Canes will take over. 1st and 10. And there's 3 minutes and 11 seconds left to go until halftime. And John, an important possession here for Miami. They would love to be able to move the football, get some points on the board, because Virginia Tech will get the second half kickoff. Well,
they'd like to hold it the entire 3 minutes and 11 seconds, go down and even put a field goal on the board, but they'd love to get in for 7 points. Put a touchdown, get it up to 21-10, but it's been a battle of the defenses in the second quarter. First quarter, really, offenses had control going up and down the field.
1st and 10 Hurricanes. Edgerrin James behind a good Carlo Joseph block will get up close to the 26-yard line before Steve Tate made the tackle. Gain of 5 on 1st down.
Yeah, the starting unit back in the backfield, and you said credit Carlo Joseph, did a nice job on the counter play. Carlos Cajellas getting out in front, also number 72, providing some valuable blocking for Edgerrin James.
Take a look at the numbers for Miami on offense. Ryan Clement, 10 out of 14, 163. Good first half.
Yeah, solid performance. He's made the plays he needed to make for this offense to move the football.
But still almost 3 minutes to go. James across the 30. And Edgerrin James has first down yardage too close to the 35-yard line. Pearson Prelo, the rover, number 20, making the tackle. But a pickup of 9 and a first down for the Canes.
Well, some may wonder, why are the freshman receivers always in the football game? They block down the football field when they're not catching the ball. Again, Darryl Jones down the football field, providing room for this man, number 5, Edgerrin James. You see the last 3 ball games, 302 yards on 28 rushes. He's racking up the yards again tonight, doing a nice job, and that offensive line was giving him some room to run.
With 2:15 left to go first half. James stacked up in the backfield, goes down for a loss of a couple. Number 56, Corey Moore, made the tackle, but somebody came flying in there and just stood up Carlo Joseph on the lead block, the ISO, and enabling Moore to make the play.
Yeah, it's really been the backside of the Hokie defense that has been penetrating in the Hurricane backfield, has been slowing down Edgerrin James. A lot of times it's been on that counterplay, the more slow developing plays, and it looks like number 72, Carlos Cajellas, removing himself from the football game on that Miami offensive guard position.
Freeman Brown, number 78, will come in to replace him at right guard. 2nd and 11 Miami at their 33. Clement calls timeout. He was pointing out a potential blitzer in number 20, Prelo, and then decided he didn't like the play they had called, and with the play clock winding down, Ryan called the timeout. And it didn't get it in time. He didn't get it in time. It is a delay of game. So again, a penalty hurts Miami. They'll bring it back 5 to the 28. And that makes it 2nd and 16 with 1:27 and the clock now moving here in the first half.
Yeah, Miami had a good drive started. They got the football with 3 minutes and 11 seconds, put together a couple nice running plays, and now they've hurt themselves with a penalty and a loss on first down of the running play on Edgerrin James.
On 2nd and 16.
They're going to go to the fade again, Frank. They're showing pressure on the corners.
Ryan wants to go that way. Reggie Wayne breaks back to the ball, but the throw low at the 42-yard line and incomplete. Corey Bird dropping back in coverage to help out Lauren Johnson, his cornerback.
You don't mind that on offense, Frank. You got to take a shot sometimes. Virginia Tech's going to show you pressure, you got to go down the football field and back them off of your wide receivers. And you've got talent, you've got speed on the outside. And on a night like tonight, the ground's a little slippery. One move, and you can break free for a big play.
And the throw was low, but Reggie will learn. You got to go down and get that. And don't worry about getting the first down. Just take what you can get. James on the counter play, taken down at the 32-yard line. And Virginia Tech wants to call a timeout. Danny Wheel in on that tackle, number 90, and Virginia Tech will save some time. 52 seconds left to go in the first half. Miami with a punting situation. So Miami goes conservative and tries to take a little more time off the clock. They were in a third and very long, and the last thing you want there is a turnover.
Well, you're on the road and you're ahead 13-10 with 52 seconds left to go. And let's try to take this lead into the locker room, improve on the things they've done well in the first half, eliminate some of the mistakes, and be positive going into the locker room.
52 seconds left to go in the second quarter. We'll take a timeout. It's Miami 13, Virginia Tech 10. We'll be right back from Blacksburg.
Yeah, I know about performance. You need the right technology. You need the right equipment. You need reliability. You need the right gasoline, and you need the right skills.
You need to trim the bushes.
Citgo says go.
Back in Blacksburg, Miami will kick it away with 52 seconds left to go second quarter. Larry Green back to receive the kick from Andy Crossland. Crossland hangs it up. Green signals fair catch and makes it at his 29-yard line. That's where Virginia Tech will start 1st and 10 with 45 seconds left to go in the first half. So it's up to the Miami defense to hang on to this lead that they built on their first 2 possessions, and now the blocked extra point kind of looming big. Instead of a 14-10 lead, and regardless if even if Virginia Tech got a field goal, they'd maintain the lead. Now Virginia Tech can get 3 and go into the locker room tied.
That point always does seem to come back and factor in. You just hope if you're a Miami player and a Miami coach right now that it doesn't.
Triple wide receiver for the Hokies. On first down, Clark pitches to Oxendine. And run out of bounds by Dwayne Starks after a pickup of 3. So Miami will certainly take that play on first down.
Well, after that long 50-yard option play that Al Clark ran in the first half, earlier in this football game, Miami is really trying to eliminate the quarterback from running the football. They're trying to make him either hand the football off inside or dish it out to Oxendine. They're not going to let the quarterback in the running of Al Clark beat him tonight.
Out of the shotgun on 2nd and 7. Clark with time. To the outside, complete to Stewie. Starks makes the tackle inbounds. Michael Stewie's first catch tonight. The gain is 10, and it's a first down at the 42-yard line of Virginia Tech.
And Virginia Tech, I believe they have 2 timeouts remaining in this football game. Actually, they have 1 timeout remaining, so they have 32 seconds left to go. They need to move the football down the field effectively through the air.
Miami in their nickel package now. And first down. Clark under some pressure. Flag down. Pass across the middle, complete to Marcus Parker. And the gain is up to the 48-yard line of Virginia Tech. Dan Morgan in on the tackle, along with Jeffrey Taylor and Michael Smith. And the Miami player down back on the 32-yard line. Yeah, it is Chad Pegues, number 94, and that's where the flag is sitting as well. 18 seconds left to go in the second quarter. They're going to bring this play back. And I get the feeling that this was some kind of illegal block or a clip, because if the flag is sitting right at the feet of a Miami player who is injured, you got to feel that some sort of illegal block took place.
Yeah, it was deep in the backfield, right where Al Clark was throwing the football.
Against the offense, 10 yards, assessed from the spot of the foul, remains first down.
So Miami finally getting a little pressure on Clark, and it results in the holding penalty as Chad Pegues is kind of gingerly going off the field. Miami training staff right there. Scott McGonigal and his group do a great job, and I'm sad to say they've been busy this year.
That's true, they have been.
But the penalty will bring it all the way back to the 22-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 30. Foul occurring 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and in college football, you mark off the holdings from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, and the clock's continuing to run with 13 and counting.
Give to Oxendine. Dan Morgan steps up and makes the play, holding it to a gain of a yard. Good heads-up move by Dan Morgan, and that will do it for the first half here in Blacksburg. At the end of the half, it's Miami 13 and Virginia Tech 10, and it started off an offensive battle, wound up with the defenses coming through in the second quarter. We are going to take a break. We'll be back with our halftime highlights, statistics, and more from here at Lane Stadium, Worsham Field in Blacksburg. It's the Hurricanes 13, Virginia Tech 10 here on Sports Channel. Back at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, Virginia, our halftime score, Miami 13 and Virginia Tech 10. Frank Fort and John Congemi with you on Sports Channel. John, let's take a look inside the numbers here for the first half.
Well, the big key, I think, the Miami offense really throwing the football tonight. Only 72 yards rushing, Virginia Tech 124, but the passing yards, 163 for the University of Miami. They've done a nice job. The only thing they need to eliminate are the penalties, 7 for 63. Eliminate that, they've got a great advantage in the time of possession. They're leading 13-10, but eliminate the mistakes in the second half. They should go on to a victory if they do that.
Both offenses scoring in each of their first 2 possessions. Both defenses stopping the opponents in the last 3 possessions by each in the first half. We'll be back with the second half kickoff. Miami will kick off to Virginia Tech. We'll be back to show it to you right here on Sports Channel after this. Miami leading Virginia Tech 13-10 as we get ready to start the second half. And John Congemi, I'll put up the red flag right now. Virginia Tech is a great second half team. They've outscored their opponents 124 to 31 in the second half. Miami's been pretty good in the third quarter, outscoring teams 57-31, but in the fourth, Miami outscored 65 to 30, and that's where games like Arizona State and West Virginia were lost. So just a fair warning for the Hurricane fans. George Gaitan's kickoff. Charlton at the 8. Charlton breaking through. And across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Leonard Myers in on the tackle, along with Kendall Cole, number 41, the walk-on. And Virginia Tech will start 1st and 10 just outside their 32-yard line. You see the plays and the play selection. Miami and Virginia Tech preferring to run the ball, although the Hurricanes 15 throws in the first half, and Ryan Clement was 10 out of 15 for 163. First down, Tech, as we start the second half. Counter play, Oxendine. Oxendine across the 35 to the 38-yard line, close to the 39. Jeff Popovich and Michael Smith making the tackle, but a pickup of close to 7.
Miami special teams tonight has not done a good job, especially the kicked cover team. Oxendine has one run of 7 yards, and they've already got the ball on the 39-yard line, so they need to do a little bit of job of improving on special teams for the remainder of this football game.
Shifting into the I on 2nd and 3. Oxendine again skips away from the pile and has a first down up to the 45-yard line. Matt Sweeney, Michael Lawson in on the tackle along with Eugene Ridgely. But that's a first down for Tech.
Nice patience shown by the running back Ken Oxendine that time on the counter. Let the defender pass him by, and then he cut back against the Miami defense. But Miami can set the tone for the second half right now if they can eliminate the mistakes and stop Virginia Tech on this opening drive.
And you know Virginia Tech said in the locker room, let's pound these guys. They've been weak on run defense. We're a good running team. On first down, Oxendine. Dan Morgan grabs him, gets help from Chad Pegues, and holds it to a gain of 2. 13:42 left to go, third quarter. Miami clinging to a 13-10 lead, which they have had since the start of the second quarter.
Well, that play in particular, Frank, Miami did not lose the battle at the line of scrimmage. You saw Chad Pegues, the first man there, number 94, along with Dan Morgan from the weak side linebacking position. But looks like Virginia Tech trying to go for the long developing play in the backfield. Miami that time used their team speed to get to the football.
Out of the shotgun. 2nd and 8. Clark with plenty of time. Over the middle, Parker is fullback, has it at the Miami 45. Cliff Jackson, Dan Morgan combined on the tackle. He's about a half-yard shy of the first down.
Number 44, Morgan, along with number 49, Jackson on the dual tackle.
Virginia Tech's only thrown the football 5 times in this football game, but that time they try to spread the football field out with their wide receivers and tight ends. They really open up the middle of the field, and both backs working one-on-one on the linebackers. That time he elects to go underneath to his fullback Parker, but a nice job, a nice stop by number 49 Jackson, and 44 Morgan holds him 1 yard short of a first down.
3rd and short for the Hokies. Miami comes on the blitz. Oxendine should have the first down. Didn't get much, but he got enough. Jeff Popovich coming up in the hole, and Nate Brooks making the tackle along with him. Gain of 1.5 yards, but enough for a first down at the Kane 44.
Yeah, and it looks like number 49, Cliff Jackson, a little shaken up on the play. He's going to go out of the game along with number 94, Chad Pegues. So hopefully Cliff Jackson will be all right. He's played a lot in that first half. They'll need him for depth at that linebacker position in the second half.
Nate Webster, number 52, the freshman out of Miami Northwestern High School, in to replace him. First down at the Canes 44. Parker, the fullback, still going at the 40 and down to the Miami 35-yard line. Michael Smith making the tackle, but not after a gain of 9.
Well, Nate Webster guessed, and he guessed right, but just didn't make the tackle. He was the right man in the right spot. Number 52 at the linebacker. Take a look right over number 64, DiNapoli. Just has the ball carrier stood up, but Marcus Parker breaks the tackle of Nate Webster and goes on for a big gain.
2nd and 1. Tech will continue to pound it, but this time Parker is stood up. Webster got in the hole, and Matt Sweeney there to make the tackle.
Well, Webster does exactly what he did on the previous play. This time, he lowers his shoulder and makes the tackle on the fullback Marcus Parker. It looked like this time he had better leverage and better speed coming into the hole. Take a look right there. He beats the offensive tackle, number 74, Derek Smith. Right man in the right spot that time. Nate Webster doing a nice job at that middle linebacker position.
3rd and 2 for Virginia Tech. Ball at the Miami 36. 3rd down conversions. There's the numbers on the season and tonight for the Hokies. Webster coming on a blitz was picked up. Oxendine has a first down. Oxendine inside the Miami 30. Let's take another look at the first down run and the gain of 7 by Ken Oxendine.
Well, there's no secret what Virginia Tech's going to do in this second half. Great block by the left guard, Dwight Vick, 57, pushing the Miami defensive line around up front, and there's no secret. They're coming right after University of Miami, trying to run the football down the field to start this third quarter.
10 minutes, 54 seconds left to go in the third, and you see Ken Oxendine, 400-yard games already this season, and he had 89 yards at halftime, so he should be right there.
Yeah, he's a great back. We talked about him in the open. As you see, number 74, Derek Smith, coming off the football field for the Hokies, a little shaken up on the play. But we talked about Oxendine. He had 4 100-yard games. He's a great runner in between the tackles. He's 6'1", 224. He's a senior. He's been in the end zone 8 yards, and we said, forget about the average. It's at well under 4, but this guy's productive. He makes plays. He's a big type of back. He grinds out yards, and with this offensive line, hopefully they will not wear down Miami in the second half.
Josh Redding, number 79, a redshirt freshman from Hanover, Pennsylvania, in to replace Derek Smith in the Hokies left tackle spot. First down, Virginia Tech. On the rollout, Clark under some pressure. Going deep for the end zone. He's got a man wide open and cannot make the play.
Wow.
Mike Charlton, the cornerback, who does play both ways, in there at wide receiver, and the ball just off his fingertips.
Just a great play by the offense of the Hokies. That time, the quarterback, Al Clark, tried to just lay it up to the outside. You see a lot of air under the football, but the wide receiver just can't catch up with the ball. Had it on his fingertips, can't come down with it. Dwayne Starks didn't have perfect coverage that time. A better throw and an easy touchdown.
Triple wide receiver now for the Hokies. No tight end on 2nd and 10. Parker, the fullback, will get a few. Michael Lawson making the tackle. 10 minutes, 28 seconds left to go third quarter. Miami hanging on to that 13-10 lead. What Virginia Tech threatening. Give Parker 3 on the play to the Miami 27. Will bring up a 3rd and 7. Miami making switches.
Looks like Miami going in with the extra DB, coming in with a nickel package against Virginia Tech on this 3rd down. And need a stop here, Frank.
3 wide receivers in the formation for Virginia Tech. Clark. Complete to Oxendine. And Oxendine is down for a close to the first down. He should have it at the Miami 18-yard line. Jeff Popovich making the tackle, but the pickup was 9 on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, sometimes you get in that nickel defense, and there's a lot of holes if you take too much of a deep drop. There's a lot of separation from the lineman to the linebacker. As you see there, number 58, Jeffrey Taylor getting really a little bit too deep, giving too much cushion to the underneath backs. That time couldn't react fast enough to get up for the tackle, and that allows Oxendine to turn, fall over for a first down.
First down, Tech at Miami's 18. They took the second half kickoff and have moved it to this position. Clark on the give to Oxendine. Oxendine will get a couple. Picks up 2. Around the ankles of Ken Oxendine, Dan Morgan, number 44, then got help from Denny Fortney, number 99.
Yeah, Dan Morgan read that all the way, did a nice job using his speed at the linebacker position to come up and make the tackle and stop Oxendine for a minimal gain. Did a nice job. He reacts well. He really sees the action of the offense well, and he reacts and uses his speed as a freshman linebacker.
2nd and 8 for the Hokies. 9 minutes, 3 seconds left to go third quarter. Oxendine again to the 15 and no further. Cliff Jackson making the tackle. It'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Hokies of Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech using the ground game, just eating up some time. 8 minutes and 45 seconds and counting in this third quarter. They've had the football since the opening kick of this half, doing a nice job moving the football down on this Miami defense, but a huge 3rd down play, 3rd and 5. The Miami defense needs to come up with another play to keep the Hokies out of the end zone.
8.5 minutes to go third quarter. Tech shifting into the eye. Fake and the give. And it's 42, Cullen Hawkins, and he's going to score. Cullen Hawkins on the delay, the backup fullback, scores from 15 yards out.
Well, Hawkins goes in. Cullen Hawkins, he is the backup. He replaces Marcus Parker. Just a draw play, man coverage. The University of Miami got caught that time. They had man coverage. There's no help from the secondary, and he finds his way into the end zone. The Hokies get on the board to make it 16-13.
And for the first time tonight, Virginia Tech has the lead. Cullen Hawkins, 6 feet 207 sophomore from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Shane Graham on to attempt the conversion. Caleb Hurd is the holder. Kick is up and away and through the uprights here at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, Virginia. 8 minutes, 17 seconds left to go. Third quarter in Blacksburg, and Virginia Tech has taken the lead for the first time tonight. It's the Hokies 17, the Hurricanes 13. We'll be back with more action on Sports Channel right after this.
Arms.
Back at Worsham Field, Lane Stadium, Blacksburg, Virginia, on the campus of Virginia Tech. And it's Miami now trailing for the first time tonight, 17-13. They had led this game 13-3 in the second quarter, but Virginia Tech came back with a touchdown early in the second and a touchdown to start the third quarter. Kibble's kickoff. Line drives it, and that'll go through the end zone. And Miami will start 1st and 10 at their 20. Well, now Miami has to retake the momentum, John, as we take a look at Virginia Tech's scoring drive. And the touchdown from Cullen Hawkins, the backup fullback. The drive started at the Tech 32, a 68-yard drive. And it consumed close to 7 minutes off the clock. You see it, 6:43 and 14 plays.
Yeah, and there wasn't many passes in those 14 plays, maybe one or two, but they go 68 yards, and they really did a nice job of coming out, taking the opening kickoff of the second half, and moving the football effectively on the ground on this Miami defense.
Miami with a tight formation on first down. Edgerrin James with the football. James trying to get to the outside, 25, and bumped out at the 29. Pickup of 9 as Lauren Johnson, number 12, pushed him out.
Nice blocking by the Canes on the edge, doing a nice job getting the corner on the counter play. As you said, number 12 for the Hokies.
Lauren Johnson out of Miramar High School.
That's right. He's a guy out of Miramar. Does a nice job coming up for the play, but Edgerrin James did a nice job getting the corner for the Canes. And you see the last two meetings against Virginia Tech, 42 first downs, but only 2 touchdowns. Tonight, 12 first downs and 2 TDs. So.
And over 800 yards total offense in those
right.
2 games as well. And again, only the 2 touchdowns. James dances through the hole, picks up 5 and a first down to the 34-yard line. Jamel Smith and Steve Tate, the linebackers, combining on the tackle. But a Miami first down, and again, John, an important one following the Virginia Tech score. You want to move the sticks, get something started.
Yeah, and you want to get something started, but number 72, Carlos Cajellas, one of the guys they depend on, the offensive right guard coming out of the ball game, dragging his right shoulder really low. Looks like he's going to be out probably for a couple plays. Looked like he was in pain going to that Miami sideline.
Freeman Brown, number 78, the senior out of Carroll City, comes in to replace him. 1st and 10 Canes. Mondrell Fulcher, the second tight end, in motion. And James has the football, follows the Carlo Joseph block and gets only a yard or two. Number 90, Danny Wheel, coming up to make the tackle out of Williamsburg, Virginia, 6'2", 237-pound senior.
Well, they said Virginia Tech came out in the second half, tried to grind it out on the ground. Now Miami showing their version of the running game. They can do that too. The offensive line has been playing real well the last 3 weeks. They really need to come back now. The crowd tried to get into it. Virginia Tech gets its first lead at 17-13. Miami definitely needs to come down and at least get the ball on the Virginia Tech side and win the battle of field position back.
2nd and 9 for the Canes. Carlo Joseph, the fullback, in motion. Clement running out of the pocket. Waving Darrell Jones downfield. He throws for Jones and overthrows him. And if Ryan had run the ball, he probably would have gotten close to the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Ryan trying to get outside and direct traffic. You're right, Frank. If he does tuck the football under his shoulder that time, he could have run for the first down. Went for the big play. Now it brings up a 3rd and a very long 9 yards for this Cane offense. Desperately needs to pick this up. We're going to take a look at Carlos Cajellas on the sideline. He's a senior right guard. He's done a great job solidifying the middle of that offensive line, but with him out of the ball game, you really lose something at that offensive guard position.
Freeman Brown is his replacement, also a senior. And Miami going to be called with an illegal substitution. They broke the huddle with 12 men, which is illegal.
And that's something Frank Beamer was talking about. He was very upset about it early in the football game. Finally, the officials listened to him, and they catch Miami. Miami confused on the sidelines. They're signaling for a different formation. Too many people out on the field. You can't do that, Frank. They've done it twice already this football game.
6:45 left to go, third quarter. Instead of 3rd and 8, now it's 3rd and 13. They have to reach the Miami 44-yard line, do the Hurricanes, to pick up a first down. Those are the kind of mistakes that you've got to eliminate. You've got young players on the field, and that's what they've got to learn. Triple wide receiver formation for the Canes. Just one in the backfield. It's Edgerrin James. And again, Robert Sampson, for the second time tonight, simply straightens up out of his stance and Mike Weiner, the center, screaming at him, because you can't make mistakes like that in a game like this.
Well, you're not going to win the football game if you keep hurting yourselves. And you see number 88, Daniel Franks, coming over to Sampson, say, hey, listen, big guy, we got a long way to play. That isn't going to make us win or lose, but you've got to keep us in the ball game, keep us out of these third and long situations, and let us win the football game with our ability. Don't keep us back by making mental mistakes.
So instead of a 3rd and 8, you now got a 3rd and 18 after an illegal substitution and a false start. Tech backs out of the blitz. Clement with time. Going for Moss, and he makes a spectacular catch at the 48-yard line of Miami. Santana Moss, the freshman out of Carroll City High School. Wow.
Talk about
23.
Talk about going up and getting the football in a crowd. Santana Moss, tell you what, Ryan Clement throws this ball on a rope, but you got to credit your receiver. There's a triangle in there. Actually, there's 4 defenders in that box, and just a courageous play by number 48, the freshman Santana Moss. He goes up and gets the football. Could be the biggest play of this football game up to this point. A big first down for the Hurricanes.
Canes at their 48. 2nd, 3rd, and plus 18 that they've converted. James. Nowhere to go. Drop for a loss of a yard. Number 56, Corey Moore, in there making the tackle.
Yeah, Corey Moore, 56. That's his 5th tackle for a loss on the season for the Hokie defense. They come back with a big play after Miami gets a 3rd and very long. Nice job converting, but now they have to capitalize on that. They have to go down and make it turn into points. They made a productive play where they were in a bad position. Let's see if they can do that.
5:47 left to go, 3rd quarter. Hokies lead at 17-13. On 2nd and long, Clement play fake. To the outside, overthrows Jones. Penalty flag comes in late into the middle of the pile. Looks like it's going to go against somebody in the Miami offensive line.
Yeah, it looked like the center, 68, Weiner, was pushing and shoving, getting up. It looked like the middle of the football field. Take a look at that. Holding by Miami's offensive line will bring that play back.
Well, they're going to push him back. The flag's sitting at the 44. And if that's the spot of the foul, that's 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and another 10 will make it a 13-yard penalty. And they'll replay 2nd down.
There's a lot of talking going along with that defense and offensive line. I've noticed that the last couple of plays, especially Virginia Tech complaining of the hold. They didn't get a call, but on the last play, they finally come up with a play holding on Miami. And that'll push them well back into their own territory.
Well, you can't keep getting penalties and putting yourself.
10 yards, assessed from the spot of the foul, still 2nd down.
Ball moved back to the Miami 34. And that'll make it 2nd down. And about 24. They have to get to the Virginia Tech 42. Now they have 2 plays to do it. But you can't keep getting penalties and putting. Miami's converted 2 of those 3rd and a ton of yardage, but you can't keep doing that against a defense this good.
Well, this time they're coming.
James beats one man. James to the outside 40. Got a good block from Reggie Wayne. Crosses midfield to the 48-yard line of Virginia Tech. So a nice gain by Edgerrin James. Number 56, Corey Moore, made the tackle, but from 2nd and 24, the Canes go to 3rd and 5.
A nice job by Reggie Wayne on the outside. Also, number 78, Freeman Brown, does a nice job of getting the corner. You see him right there. Never stops fighting. He keeps going inside, and now it's all number 5, Edgerrin James. There's the block by the wide receiver, 87, Reggie Wayne, and Edgerrin James gets it into a convertible 3rd down. Now you got a 3rd and a long 5 for the Canes offense.
Certainly workable from the Virginia Tech 47. Canes in their standard offensive set. Joseph, the fullback, in motion. Blitz coming. Clement in trouble. Got it away. Complete to Joseph, and he's got the 1st down at the 40-yard line. Number 20, Pearson Prelo, made the tackle, but a pickup of 7 on the completion of the fullback, Carlo Joseph, and a big conversion.
Boy, great timing by fullback and quarterback that time. Ryan saw the blitz. He knew that Carlo was going to come out and check down over the middle of the football field. Nobody there. Carlo Joseph gets the catch and converts. Ryan Clement, nice job hanging in the pocket.
4:38 left to go, 3rd quarter. Tech with a 17-13 lead. Miami at the Hokie 40. Clement readjusts Joseph as fullback, and now wants a timeout. 4 minutes, 27 seconds left to go, 3rd quarter. as Clement and Carlo Joseph discuss the wrong formation. We're going to take a timeout. It's 17-13, Virginia Tech leading here at home in Blacksburg. We'll have more third quarter action right after this on Sports Channel. Virginia Tech leads it with 4 minutes, 27 seconds left to go third quarter. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow morning for your Sunday morning playbook. Sports Channel has assembled over 3 hours of pregame excitement, Florida style. Kick off your Sunday with Sports Channel. As we return to play, and you see it's Bucks Magazine, Dolphin Magazine, the Jimmy Johnson Show, plus Sunday morning NFL, and then at 11:30, the Tom Coughlin Show, Beyond the Concentration Line. 40-yard line is the spot of the football, Virginia Tech. And Miami owns the football with a 1st and 10. Carlo Joseph and Edgerrin James, the running backs, behind Ryan Clement. Fake pitch, Clement throwing it deep. Good coverage. Reggie Wayne can't catch up to the football. Number 3, Ike Charlton, had good coverage, good inside position.
Yeah, he had great position. That was key. There was really no room to throw the football. Ryan tried to fit it in and give his wide receiver, Reggie Wayne, a chance to catch the football, but great position by Charlton, number 3. He backs the receiver into the sideline, and really there's nowhere to set the football. It's a tough position to put your quarterback in when you can't get off the line of scrimmage and create separation on the outside.
2nd and 10 for the Hurricanes. Ike Charlton, by the way, out of Orlando, Dr. Phillips High School, a redshirt freshman. And 2nd and 10, blitz coming. Clement is going to be sacked back at the 46-yard line of Miami. Pearson Prelo, the rover back, coming on the blitz, and a huge loss of 14 yards.
Yeah, all-out blitz. That time the Hokies finally get to number 16, Ryan Clement, in the backfield. Nice play by Pearson Prelu, number 20, did a nice job of getting pressure in that Kane backfield. You see the play action, but it's really senseless to use play action in an all-out blitz. Miami got caught in a bad play. That time the pressure of the Hokies get to the Canes quarterback.
And Bubba Franks has been invisible since that first quarter. He caught 2 balls in the first quarter, and those are the kind of plays, a 2nd and long, you think that they may be effective type of plays to the tight end. On 3rd and long, Clement again under pressure, and down he goes again. Kerwin Hairston, number 93, the 6'2", 270 senior out of Martinsville, just burst through there, and back-to-back sacks take Miami all the way back to their 38.
Yeah, Miami, after converting twice on 3rd down to keep the drive alive, they get 2 back-to-back sacks, and now they have to give it back on punts.
And Crossland shanks it. Awful punt. It's going to take a Miami bounce to the 25-yard line of Virginia Tech. A 37-yard punt, so the net turns out to be okay, although there were shotguns going off from the hills in the distance with that wounded one. We'll take a break. There are 3 minutes, 5 seconds left to go third quarter. It's Virginia Tech leading Miami 17-13.
Hey, what's happening? I was checking you out from over there.
Stay over there.
You are so beautiful.
Shut up.
I was just, maybe you and me.
No.
Oh, you are so hot. I was the dress on you and your hair and the light coming and seeing you and your eyes. Like, are those sandals?
You're an idiot.
All right, have a good night.
Sure, money was part of it, but that wasn't the only reason. Office Depot takes the worry out of buying office supplies. We shopped other stores, but Office Depot had more brands, bigger inventory, and guaranteed low prices. With next-day delivery, we can place our order by phone, right from the catalog. There's no reason to go anywhere else.
Office Depot. Still the biggest, still the best. Still taking care of business, one customer at a time.
Taking care of business.
Office Depot.
A look at the Virginia Tech defense. Kerwin Hairston, the 2nd of back-to-back sacks for the Hokie defense, and Virginia Tech leads it 17-13. He just blows by Ty Wise.
Yeah, Ty Wise working on him, and just sure speed and power on the outside. Harrison gets to the quarterback, Ryan Clement, makes a big play on 3rd down. Now the Miami defense has to come back and answer for the offense. They need to stop the Virginia Tech running game. That's what they've tried to do in this 3rd quarter, and they've been successful running the football inside the tackles.
And Virginia Tech going with double tight end now. And Lamont Pegues in a tailback, giving Oxendine a breather. Pegues trying to get to the outside, bounced out at the 31-yard line. Dwayne Starks making the tackle, but a gain of 6 on first down.
That's a good changeup by Frank Beamer. Going double tights, get Oxidine out of the game, and use Lamont Pegues. Put some fresh legs in at that tailback and let him run a little bit on this tired Miami defense. They've run the football effectively early in the third quarter. That they will continue to do so, Frank.
Lamont Pegues, 328 yards on 74 carries, 4.5-yard average, and 4 touchdowns in a backup role. Now double wide receiver to the top of your screen. Pegues again. Pegues bursting through, close to the first down, should have it at the 35-yard line. Eugene Ridgely making the tackle for the Miami defense. But a pickup of 5 and a first down for the Hokies.
Yeah, that offensive line not losing a lot of battles now in this third quarter. They run right first time behind DiNapoli and Baylor on the right side. Now they go back, Derek Smith and Vic on the left side. Todd Washington the center. They do a good job of moving Miami off the line of scrimmage.
And Miami now going with a 4-4, a 4-linebacker set to try and, I checked that, they just changed it back to their standard base defensive package. But the wrinkle they put in, putting in an extra linebacker and taking out a safety, that they were planning to use this game, but now they've gone back to the base defense on 1st and 10. Clark heads back the other way. No backside pursuit, and Clark's in the open. And a flag back down at the 46-yard line, rather at the 36-yard line of Virginia Tech, as Clark picked up a first down if the play stands. But there is a flag back at the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be holding against Virginia Tech. Well, the backside pursuit from Quincy Hips did not get there quick enough on Al Clark.
Yeah, the backside pursuit, you're right, didn't get there. But Al Clark hasn't really hurt them. He hurt him with a 50-yard run early, but lately hasn't hurt them. Let's see if we can pick up the holding on the outside. They're going to call it on the tackle. Derek Smith, number 74. Right there, you'll see him pushing number 98, Matt Sweeney, to the ground. And with the rain now falling at Virginia Tech tonight, this running game may be paramount for Virginia Tech. Al Clark really likes to run the football, run the option, get the perimeter. So we'll see if Miami can stop the running game. First and a long way, though, now for the Hokie offense.
1st and 19, 2:19 to go third quarter. Clark, delay handoff, Parker the fullback. Gets away from one man. And Parker to the 31, 32-yard line. Matt Sweeney in on the tackle along with Michael Smith and Eugene Ridgely. Gain was about 5. 2nd and 14 coming up. Clock continues to move. 1:48 to go third quarter. Virginia Tech with a 4-point lead, 17-13. They trailed the entire first half, took the second half kickoff, moved it down and scored. And that's where we stand right now. Clark with play action. Over the middle, complete to Ken Handy up at the 43-yard line. It's going to be about 2.5 yards shy of a first down.
Clark that time with the no-huddle offense, just using some hand signals to the outside, put his hands on the bottom as like a cup, like a curl. The inside receiver runs down about 10 to 12 yards, turns back to the quarterback. Nice timing, pitch and catch by quarterback and slot receiver.
7th reception of the year for Handy, who averages 11.8 a catch. 3rd and a long 2. Miami shows blitz and they jump. Damian Lewis came across. Miami players claiming that somebody flinched, but I'm not so sure about that.
Didn't look like anybody in that Hokie offensive front moved.
Let's check out the call. It is against Miami.
Good ball. Offside, contact foul. This is a 5-yard penalty.
Let's take another look at it. This Hokie offensive front is good. 3 seniors, 2 juniors.
Well, they hold their water. Miami trying to make something happen. Looked like Nate Brooks was trying to guess again, but right over the center, Damian Lewis looked like he was in the backfield early. No one moved up front for Virginia Tech, so it's an easy first down that time for the Hokie offense.
Ball just across the Hokie 48-yard line. Now with 47 seconds left to go third quarter. Play fake. Here's the Hicks screen. Complete to Ike Charlton. Charlton into Miami territory and will be close to the first down. Dan Morgan made the tackle. Late flag comes in. And Michael Smith still down for the Hurricanes. It's going to be about a half-yard shy of a first down. Let's check out the penalty marker. As the Hurricane training staff attends to Michael Smith, the sophomore out of Riviera Beach.
We knew they were coming with that screen. They really love to do that to the flanker side of the football field. That time they get for a big gain. Looks like it's good enough for a first down. As you said, Frank, they're going to tack on the penalty for a personal foul.
Personal foul, defense, late hit, after the run, 15 yards, and then the run first down.
Well, it's just the kind of thing Miami can't afford.
You're right, Frank. The penalties hurt them in the first half. We said at halftime, if they can stay away from the penalties, they'll have a great chance of winning this football game. Just in the last two plays, they jump off sides on a third down. Now on first down, not only do they gain 10 yards on a screen play, but they add 15 for a personal foul. You can't do that if you're going to win football games, especially down the stretch against a good team on the road.
Well, there's no doubt that Miami in the future, if they're going to be good, they have to become a more disciplined football team. They have not been this year, and that's due to a number of factors, not the least of which is playing a lot of young guys. But, you know, a lot of the veteran players are making mistakes.
And they're not young anymore, Frank.
On first down, Lamont Pegues with a big hole. Lamont Pegues going to take it to the house. That's going to be a 27-yard touchdown for Lamont Pegues with 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Well, Frank Beamer puts Pegues in. He's got fresh legs. Man, did he show it there. Great acceleration. He's only 5'9", 209. He's a junior, but he goes in from 26. Great job. The quarterback, Al Clark, stretches out the off-tackle play. Take a look at the offensive line. They do a great job. The center does a terrific job blocking 2 men, and then just a wall of white jerseys going outside. Great cutback by Lamont Pegues. He shows his speed down the middle of the football field in for the Hokie touchdown.
Quincy Hips just got buried on a double team, and they pushed him all the way back into Popovich, the safety, and prevented Popovich from making a tackle. The conversion from Shane Graham is good, and with 5 seconds to go in the third quarter, the Hokie lead is now up to 11. It's 24-13, and I said when we started this second half that Virginia Tech is a great second half team, and they're showing it.
Well, we pointed it out. Virginia Tech, they score a lot of points in the third and fourth quarters, and their opponents do not get on the scoreboard. Right now, they're dominating on the ground. That's the advantage, Virginia Tech.
24-13, Hokies lead it. Virginia Tech outscoring teams 63-13 in the third quarter, 61-18 in the fourth quarter so far this season. Now, John, Miami definitely needs to answer. They need to move the football down the field and score.
Yeah, and if you take a look at Miami, they don't put a lot of points on the board in the second half, but they have to do it tonight. They have to get back on track, and they can't abandon their game plan right now. They're only down 24-13. If they can answer that score right now, take the ball down and drive with a little bit of quickness. They can't take a lot of time on the clock. It is starting to, light rain is falling down on the stadium right now, but it shouldn't affect any of the footing or the passing game. They should be able to get back into their offense. They have moved the football effectively in the first half, but the second half it's been all Hokies.
Kibble to kick it off. Santana Moss, 6 yards deep, stays right there. And the clock on the third quarter will expire with the kickoff. We'll take a timeout. We're going to come back with fourth quarter action. It's Virginia Tech leading at home 24-13 over Miami with a pair of third quarter touchdowns. We'll be back with fourth quarter action on Sports Channel after this.
I just enrolled my company in this healthcare plan, and I need some information on a small procedure.
Just wait a moment and we can call Debbie at Central.
Who's Debbie?
You love Debbie. She's in charge of your health.
Is she a doctor?
No, but she's really nice.
I want my doctor.
At HIP, doctors make decisions, not administrators. Call your broker or call HIP about our affordable small business plans. Call and get a 10-minute prepaid long-distance calling card and our free brochure on small business plans. So where do you get your health care?
It's HIP.
Yeah, I know about performance. You need the right technology. You need the right equipment. You need reliability. You need the right gasoline. And you need the right skills.
You need to trim the bushes.
Citgo says go.
Start of the fourth quarter in Blacksburg. First down for the Canes and a near interception by Pearson Prelo as Ryan Clement tried to hit Santana Moss on a quick hitch.
Well, he tried to get some momentum back and throw the quick hitch, but almost right into the hands of Prelo, number 20. Could have went the distance for Virginia Tech and put this game out of reach. Luckily, it was just batted down.
Now, Bubba Franks now checks in at tight end, and as I said to you before, no plays to him in the second half so far after he had 2 nice catches in the first quarter.
Yeah, the tight end kind of disappeared. He did a nice job in the first half securing the middle of the field. Now he's gone from the offense.
Nick Williams, James Jackson, the running backs for the Canes. 2nd and 10. Jackson gets 3, and the Hokie defense swarms on top of him. Jamal Smith, Pearson Prelo on the tackle. Brings up a 3rd and 7.
Well, clearly the momentum of this game has really shifted to the Hokies side of the football field. After Miami taking the lead at halftime, the Hokies coming back in the second half, doing a great job scoring on their first possession, and now the defense making the Miami offense sputter and forcing them into converting 3rd and long situations.
3rd and 8 for Miami at their 22. Clement steps up in the pocket to the outside, batted down by Lauren Johnson. And Reggie Wayne looking for an interference call and doesn't get it.
Reggie Wayne may be right. That might have been interference, but there was a lot of pressure on Ryan Clement. The timing was screwed up in the backfield. Ryan didn't have a lot of time to hold on to the football. Let's take a look if we can see if there was definitely the left hand of Lauren Johnson got in and pushed the freshman wide receiver for the Canes.
Good punt from Crossland. Green at his 28. And hauled down by Nick Williams. Nice play on special teams by Nick Williams of the Hurricanes. But Virginia Tech with the momentum and with the football. 13:58 left to go in the 4th quarter here in Blacksburg. It's the Hokies 24, the Hurricanes 13. We'll be back on Sports Channel in a minute.
Discover the hitting secrets of America's finest baseball school in a professional instructional videotape. Teaching the mechanics of the Major League Swing features professional scout and instructor Tom Umansky and the same award-winning tested under fire techniques that have produced baseball world's back-to-back-to-back AAU national championship teams. Coach Umansky's study and analysis of thousands of baseball's best professional swings has yielded a no less than revolutionary approach to consistent hitting. It's proven, and you'll love its easy-to-understand, step-by-step video training methods. Teaching the mechanics of the Major League Swing benefits players of all ages and ability levels. A valuable addition to any coach's library, too, and it makes a great gift. Thousands have been sold at $39.95, but if you'll call now and use your credit card, you'll pay only $29.95. Phone 1-800-942-6700 for Teaching the Mechanics of the Major League Swing. That's 1-800-942-6700. This is the tape that gets results.
This year, Nissan has performed a little magic on the new Altima. We made it roomier, we made it quieter, and we made it sleeker. But the real trick was making it for less. How? Sorry, magicians never reveal their secrets. The new Nissan Altima, starting at $15,000, $17,990, with a lot of stuff.
Back with 13:58 left to go 4th quarter here in Blacksburg. The Miami defense back on the field after a 3 and out from the offense. And Damian Lewis, the freshman out of Sulphur Spring, Texas, trying to get his teammates fired up.
Yeah, he's got to get that out onto the field because they've been out on the field in the second half a long time. Lewis trying to get the guys on the field to sense the urgency of this football game. This is their season right now. If they don't come out in this 4th quarter and find a way to win this football game, things are looking pretty desperate for this Miami Hurricane football team.
Well, that is one of the problems. You see a freshman like Damian Lewis taking charge. There's not a lot of senior leadership on this team outside of Ryan Clement. I mean, Dwayne Starks is a good player, but he's not a real fiery guy. He's not a vocal guy. He's kind of a laid-back, quiet kid, and while he's a good player, you know, other than Ryan Clement, there's just not a lot of senior leadership on the team.
Well, and also he's a cornerback. He's not in the mix right away. He's not a down lineman or a linebacker that can really get the team generated in the middle of the football field. You know, he's not an impact type of guy. They need somebody like a Lewis or a Chad Pegues, a Matt Sweeney to step it up, or a Quincy Hipp, somebody they don't expect to come from the outside and make a big play right now.
Virginia Tech scored on both their third quarter possessions and have taken a 13-10 halftime deficit and turned it into a 24-13 lead as we start the fourth quarter. A lot of confusion on the Virginia Tech side of the ball right now.
Yeah, they're going to have to hurry to get this off.
Oxendine trying to cut upfield. Leonard Myers met him and held it to a yard gain. Good play by the freshman out of Dillard.
Well, that'll get you excited. That's a nice play by a freshman coming up from the cornerback position. Leonard Myers, the freshman, he has 22 total tackles coming into this game. It looks like a Kane is down on the football
and that's
field.
Leonard.
It might be Leonard.
He got buried under the pile. Leonard made the first hit, and then the whole pile fell on top of him. Looking at it around the abdomen, the rib area, or maybe
let's take a look. He's coming from the top of your screen. Oxendine cuts it back to the left, and number 22, Leonard Myers, sees that. See if we can pick it up. Maybe the amount of pressure the body's falling on top of him might have been his hip.
And now they're picking up his right leg and flexing that. Scott McGonigal, the head trainer, helping Leonard up to a sitting position now. This kid's got a world of potential. I know that Miami coaches think that he is a playmaker and is going to be a big-time cornerback, a pure cover guy out of Dillard High School, also a great punt returner, and he'll take over those duties next year from Dwayne Starks. As you see, Leonard looks like he's okay.
Yeah, that's a good sign, walking off under his own power. And the Miami coaches knew that right away coming into summer drills. He was an impact player right away, along with Dan Morgan and a couple other the freshmen on defense. They've done a nice job, and they're going to have to play for 4 years. He'll start probably next season at cornerback, but does a nice job of making plays when he's out on the football field. A couple of his teammates need to now step up and make some plays for this defense.
2nd and 9 for Virginia Tech. Ball at the Hokie 33. Counter play coming. Oxendine. Nice cutback. Oxendine tripped up by Morgan, but not before he got up to the 42-yard line and close to the first down. Miami had that play stopped to the outside, but no pursuit on the inside.
Yeah, it looked like James Sutton, number 43, along with another defensive player to the outside, really had Oxendine contained. Right here you see him. 52 was also there. Nate Webster had the outside, but no help from the inside. They over-pursue. Oxendine sees that, cuts back, and makes a great cut for Virginia Tech. Gets him into a very close third down situation. They are measuring now, bringing on the sticks from the far side.
13:21 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And again, the Hokies really, they've owned the second half this year. The 2 games they've lost, they lost here to Miami of Ohio. And they also fell to West Virginia at Morgantown. First down for the Tech, and really in that West Virginia game, Amos Zeraway just pounded them into submission, much like he did to Miami.
He's done that a lot this year. He's a terrific back.
So the sticks will move for the Hokies, and the Miami defense again challenged to get this football back. No turnovers in the game by either team. There has been one fumble by Virginia Tech and one by Miami, but both balls went out of bounds.
Miami coming out with a lot of pressure. Look for Virginia Tech to go up top.
Pitch to Oxendine. Nate Webster has him around the ankles, and the play held to a gain of 1.5 yards. Good play by Nate Webster out of the middle linebacker spot.
Yeah, that's twice Miami's shown blitz, and they've audible, but not to the pass. They've audible to the run. They're really trying to be persistent in grinding the football out and using the clock. They're ahead 24-13. Maybe a wise choice. You see the rushing leaders, James from Miami, he has 78 yards, but Oxendine, his 5th 100-yard game of the year, 128 yards.
2nd and 8, Hokies at their 43. Again, it's Oxendine. James Sutton with the play in the backfield and a loss of 2.
Terrific read that time by number 43, the linebacker from Miami, getting excited, making plays in that Hokie backfield. James Sutton breaking through, just read the play perfectly right from Jump Street. Did a nice job for the Miami linebackers.
Well, Bill Miller, the defensive coordinator, having to take some gambles here in the fourth quarter. You play these guys straight up, and they're a more physical team than Miami. And that's one thing that's really kind of gnawed at Bill this year is, at least not yet, this is not a physical defense. On 3rd down, pressure coming on Clark, and down he goes. Denny Fortney, Damian Lewis in there to make the play. A loss of 2 and the first Miami sack of the night.
Well, that's what Miami needed to do. They didn't roll the dice. The Hokies were very conservative. They called quarterback draw, and Denny Fortney and Damian Lewis do a nice job not letting Al Lewis escape in that Hokie backfield.
Denny Fortney sharing in his first sack of the year here in the 9th game. And while he does a great job snapping the football on special teams, and he leads the team in quarterback hurries, the fact that he has been in on only 1 sack this year speaks of how much Miami has been hurt in the pass rush. Pressure was on. Punt will go out of bounds and inside the Miami 25 at the 22-yard line. And we'll take a break with 11 minutes, 11 seconds left to go, 4th quarter here in Blacksburg. It's the Hokies 24 and Miami 13. We'll be right back on Sports Channel.
AutoNation USA presents Sunday Morning NFL, the most comprehensive coverage of Florida's 3 NFL franchises on Sports Channel's Sunday Morning Playbook. Get a complete preview of the day's matchups.
Like the Dolphins, the Tampa Bay Bucs are hot, really hot.
What does Buffalo have to do to beat Miami? Jacksonville in the driver's seat for the playoffs.
Tune to AutoNation USA presents Sunday Morning NFL on Sports Channel every Sunday at 10 a.m. Sports Channel is 100% pure Florida sports. He was the first head coach in football history to win both a Super Bowl title and a National Collegiate Championship. He's one of only 2 active coaches who've led a team to 2 Super Bowl titles. He's one of the NFL's most successful head coaches. He's Jimmy Johnson. And every Sunday morning, the coach of the Miami Dolphins takes the hot seat on the Jimmy Johnson Show. Get into the mind of the master every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. on Sports Channel and at 11:30 a.m. on NBC6.
Hey, Heineken's giving away season tickets to one of Florida's NFL teams.
No.
Yeah, get this. I went down to my local participating Heineken retailer, checked out the contest display, snagged an entry form, and now all I gotta do is watch Sunday Morning NFL on Sports Channel, and I can win tickets to an upcoming game.
No.
Yeah, and get this. If my team runs back the opening or halftime kickoff, I win season tickets for 1998.
No.
Yeah. Hey, you want a Heineken?
Yeah.
See your local participating Heineken retailer for contest rules and regulations.
University of Miami football has been brought to you in part by Bell South. Nobody knows a neighbor like a neighbor. By Grand Prize Chevrolet Geo Oldsmobile, where Jimmy Johnson does business, located in Miami. By HIP Health Plan of Florida. By Citgo. Citgo says go. And by Office Depot, taking care of business for companies of every size, everywhere, every day. On 1st and 10, James Jackson with the football for Miami, finds a hole, bursting down the sideline. James Jackson to the 40. James Jackson is going to take it all the way for a Miami touchdown.
Wow, how about that, Frank?
With 10 minutes and 59 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter, James Jackson goes 78 yards on the first play. Miami had gone touchdown, touchdown to start the game. 5 straight possessions that ended in punts, and now the Jackson touchdown.
Wow, James Jackson electrifies the Miami sideline. He goes the distance for the Canes score, and they couldn't have asked for a better thing to happen. With 10:59 left to go in the ball game, they needed to score and score quickly. Well, how about one play? They go over 80 yards. They almost go
78 yards.
78 yards for the touchdown. James Jackson, a terrific run down the left side, just a great balancing act down the Miami sideline for the Canes touchdown.
And another tremendous downfield block by Reggie Wayne. We may be able to pick it up on the replay. He wiped out the last guy who had a chance. In fact, blocked 2 guys and just wiped him out. Miami will go for 2 with the score at 24-19, trying to get it back to a 3-point game. Darrell Jones in motion. Flag down. Clement to the end zone. Bubba Franks caught it. Caught it out of bounds.
They're going to call 2 people in motion. The back judge, they called a little shuffle. Watch this. You're not going to believe this.
Miami.
Illegal shift.
No good.
James Jackson moved his feet while the motion was going back, and that's what they called.
Is that a legitimate call?
No, because James Jackson then set. Watch him in the backfield. I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on the replay, but he moves his feet. He moved it before that, before Darrell Jones went in motion. That's what they called.
Well, it doesn't really matter because the ball was caught out of bounds. You see Frank's and I'm not so sure he didn't have that 1 foot in. He had the second foot in, but the first foot was out of bounds.
Didn't matter. Looked like they were going to give him the catch, and then they said no, but that was the call.
And you see Butch Davis asking the official, why'd you make that call?
I'm not sure if he might have had possession and going out before he went out of bounds.
Well, you saw what Butch thinks about that call if you could read lips.
Yeah, if you could read lips. He didn't say wow, that's for sure.
Well, you can't say wow about the Jackson touchdown run. Let's take another look at it. And you see Butch still complaining to the officials. The tightrope act along the sideline.
Just terrific balance down the sideline. Then it's a sprint. You can't see the terrific block by Reggie Wayne in the middle of the football field. But you know what? Number 21 can. He looked over. As soon as he saw the block, he knew it was clear sailing into the end zone.
Boy, did he separate from that pack. James Jackson out of Immokalee. 46 carries, 352 yards coming into this game and a 7.7 average. And
his long was 74, now it's 78.
James Jackson with running backs coach Don Solinger. And James Jackson really has been spectacular the last 2 weeks. So Miami back in the game. It's 24-19, still 10:59 to go. And again, it's up to special teams and defense to make something happen. Mike Charlton back to receive the Gaitan kickoff. Charlton at the 6. Charlton buried at the 20-yard line.
Now that's a huge improvement. That time the Miami special teams, the kick coverage gets down the field, pins them close to the 20-yard line. Nate Webster, did a great job of getting in number 52 for a tackle on special teams. He does a great job at linebacker. That time on special teams, he hustles down and makes a big play.
Also got help from number 41, Kendall Cole, the walk-on, who made some tackles last week on special teams, so he's bidding for some more playing time. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 Hokies. They show double wide receiver to the bottom of the screen. And the tight end, Sean Sullivan, is set to the right side of the formation. Parker and Oxendine, the running backs. Give to Oxendine. Trying to fight through traffic, and down he goes for a loss of a yard. Dwayne Starks made the initial contact.
Yeah, also number 97, Michael Lawson did a great job. 1 tackle for a loss on the season, and he gets his 2nd.
And you actually hear some boos coming down from Virginia Tech's fans.
Hard to believe.
Talk about turning quickly.
That's hard to believe. They've been grinding the football out the entire second half. Now they lose a couple yards, and everybody's on the boo wagon.
3 wide receiver formation for the Hokies. They shift back into the I. Sutton shows blitz. Here comes the pitch to Oxendine. Could have been an illegal block there. It wasn't called, and Oxendine goes down under Cliff Jackson and Chad Pegues, and Leonard Myers turning to the official and saying, where's the block in the back?
Yeah, talk about Miami stepping it up against the option. They're forcing the pitch. They're not going to let Al Clark beat them by running the football, but they've got people in the right spots. Take a look. Make the quarterback pitch early. Make him determine early. Now you got great pursuit by your linebacker and your cornerback. A great job. That was a clip on the outside. But number 22, Leonard Myers, did a great job of forcing the play.
3rd down and 12 for the Hokies. Clark now under some pressure. Runs out of the pocket. Throwing deep down the field. Going for Gildersleeve. Wide open and makes the catch at the Miami 35-yard line.
It all comes back to Frank not being able to get the quarterback. They had great coverage initially, but all Al Clark did was buy some time. He bought some time. They found a receiver down the sideline. Gildersleeve, the flanker. They had him contained initially. Now he's directing traffic on the perimeter. You see Popovich getting sucked up, and Gildersleeve, number 15, gets in behind the coverage. Eugene Ridgely comes over with a pop on the sidelines, but it was a little bit too late.
Gain of 47 yards for Marcus Gildersleeve. And that's a huge play. That may be the one that changes the course of this game, which looked like Miami had the momentum going here in the 4th quarter. And now Al Clark will take a timeout for Virginia Tech. 9 minutes, 24 seconds left to go, 4th quarter here in Blacksburg. It's 24-19, the Hokies leading Miami. And, John, that's a huge momentum changer.
Well, Miami had everything going their way. The first play, they get in for a tackle for a loss. They come back with the option play to the wide side. Leonard Myers does a nice job, along with some help from the linebackers. Cliff Jackson, number 49. Then on 3rd down, great protection They don't get to the quarterback. He eludes the pressure finally to the outside and finds a receiver on a busted coverage down the field. Miami did everything right, but on third down, they didn't come up with another play to turn the ball over to their offense.
And Chuck Pagano, the defensive backs coach, just going crazy over there as his team is over talking to him right now. You see Popovich took a false step, and Dwayne Starks thought Pop was helping him deep, and he wasn't. He was coming up.
Yeah, that's something that can happen on third down, but you got to get to the quarterback. You can't let him escape the pocket. Stay in your lanes, force him in the pocket. Even if he tucks it and runs, he would have had to go quite a ways to get the first down, but don't let anybody get behind you. That's got to be frustrating for the coaches on the sidelines, and you can see right now that was the biggest play of the game for the Hokies in the fourth quarter.
Chuck Pagano is really upset. He is the secondary coach, and you see him. He's talking to Bill Miller, who's upstairs in the booth next to us, the defensive coordinator. But you know, Miami defense making a mistake on a critical third down play. And you know, Jeff Popovich, he gives you everything he's got, and he doesn't usually make mental mistakes. But you know, a kid who was a walk-on quarterback from Tucson, Arizona, and switched to safety this year and forced to start. You see Nate Webster saying, "Look, forget about it. We still got to play. We got 9 minutes and 24 seconds. We got to get this football back. They're on our 35-yard line. They're not in the end zone yet." And Pop, you won't find a nicer kid in college football, and a kid who gives you more effort. He just made a mistake flat out, and he doesn't have a lot of experience at safety.
That's right.
They shifted him there before the season started just to give him some depth, and Dennis Scott goes out with the knee injury last week, and Pop has to step in. He's made a couple of good plays in run support tonight.
Yeah, only his second start of the season at strong safety. He's played well up until that point. You know, something that just doesn't happen to him. Makes a mental mistake, and a receiver gets behind him.
1st and 10 Hokies at the Miami 35. So the pressure really on the Miami defense now. Parker, the fullback, dropped immediately at the 35-yard line. Damian Lewis, number 92, the big guy out of Sulphur Springs, Texas, 6'2", 275, the redshirt freshman. 50 total tackles coming in, 3 for loss, 4 sacks and a forced fumble.
Well, that's the guy that was getting excited on the Miami sidelines. It was about time he stepped up and made a play, and he did in a big way on first down.
2nd and 10 Hokies, still at the Miami 35. Play fake, Clark with time. Deep down the sideline, going for Gildersleeve, touchdown. No, they call it incomplete. He dropped it.
Wow.
Said he didn't have control in the end zone. He beat Leonard Myers on the up and out, and Miami dodging a huge bullet there.
Talk about looking like a game breaker, a backbreaker by Virginia Tech. He just made a terrific catch down the right sideline, Gildersleeve did. Now he gets behind Nate Brooks on the corner. Just a great throw to the outside. Actually, he beat number 22, Leonard Myers, and nice job.
He had the ball kind of cradled half in his arm,
and Leonard Myers looked like he came a left hand and knocked the ball loose just as he was falling down to the ground.
The official ruling that he never had full control of the ball because he does bobble it right there, and then Leonard knocks it out. Leonard Myers knocked it out.
That's a tough call. It almost looked like he had it pinned against his shoulder blade, against the shoulder pads, but I guess the official had a great vision.
Swing pass to Oxendine. Oxendine breaks tackle at the 30 and is going to be held short of a first down. Leonard Myers in on another play. And then the cavalry arrived. James Sutton in there, Popovich. And it'll bring up 4th and a short 3.
Well, it looks like they're going to go for it.
Well, massive substitutions coming on, and it is going to be the place kicker, Shane Graham, number 17. Caleb Hurd will come on to hold, and he'll try this from 45 yards away. Graham, 13 out of 16 in field goals this year with a long of 46, and this will be from 45. Good snap, good hold. Graham, plenty of distance, and knocks it through there.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag down. Could be running into the kicker, and it is. Now let's see if Beamer takes the points off the board. His lead's back up to 8. This is an interesting decision with 7:52 to go.
Looks like he's going to take the penalty. Bring his offensive team back on the field.
The offense is coming back on. So another special teams mistake by the Hurricanes.
Boy, special team has just killed the University of Miami tonight.
You know, it was a strength of the team in Butch Davis's first 2 years because he had guys who were good at it. Now he's playing a lot of kids who are just trying to gain experience, although in that case it would look like it was Dwayne Starks, the senior.
5 yards, ready to the kicker, assessed from the previous spot. It will give the kicking team a first down.
So they'll move it to the Miami 23 and give the Hokies a first down. Let's take another look.
Yeah, let's see if they call it on the special teams of Miami. Dwayne Starks looked like he was coming from the edge. Well, I don't know about that. He was clearly in the air.
That's a pretty good acting job right there. It fell on his foot.
That's bad. That's Academy Award winning right there.
Jumped in the air. I mean, he did touch him, but touch him was about it.
He wasn't blocked into the kicker, and he was in the air. It didn't look like he tried to avoid him either. There's 14 penalties for the University of Miami that killed him tonight.
So first down at the 23. Oxendine trying to get to the outside. Tried to cut back then and is stopped for no gain. Matt Sweeney in on the play. Help from Michael Lawson. Matt Sweeney out of Sussex, New Jersey, 6'3", 270 sophomore. 2nd and 10. So we'll see about this if they punch it in, and it's a great call by Frank Beamer, but you leave yourself wide open to a second guess.
Yeah, kind of a gutsy call by the Hokie coach, but you know, with this offensive line and the way they've been moving the football, it shortens the field. They only have to go 23 yards now for a score.
2nd and 10 for Tech. Clark checking off, and they switch back into the eye.
He has to hurry again. He's not going to get it off. He didn't get that off.
No, he did not get
the play off.
They didn't
call the penalty.
They got it.
Did they?
Yep, the back judge finally threw the flag down, and the referee blew the play dead.
5-yard penalty, remaining 2nd down.
So that'll be 2nd and 15 with 7 minutes and 2 seconds left to play. We were talking before the game, John, and we were talking about now the decision that Beamer made. Anything that happens between the white lines, no matter how inconsequential it seems at the time, somehow turns out to be important. You talk about a missed extra point in the first quarter. How many times does it come back to haunt the team? A decision by, you know, everything that happens out there, nothing is irrelevant. 2nd and 15 for Virginia Tech. Oxendine gets away from Sweeney, still on his feet and down to the Miami 22-yard line. So he got back to penalty yardage. Leonard Myers, Cliff Jackson, and Chad Pegues all in there on the tackle.
Boy, Matt Sweeney was in perfect position to make the play at the line of scrimmage. Actually made contact with Ken Oxendine, but Oxendine is so strong, you ran right through the tackle. Number 98, right to your left of your screen, perfect position. He squares up to make the tackle, but Oxendine just breaks it. Didn't bring his legs with him, just arm tackles. Didn't bring his legs, and Sweeney was in the right spot at the right time, just didn't make the play.
You got to get down lower and explode. And you see the center, Todd Washington, holding that right arm or his left rib. Hard to tell which. That's how you hold your hand when maybe your shoulders popped out a little bit. He is going out of the game, the big senior. 6'3", 317. Keith Short, number 52, in to replace him on this critical 3rd down. It's 3rd and 9. Tech has to reach the Miami 13-yard line to get a first down. Shotgun split backs. Clark rolling out under some pressure. Screen the other way. Now Clark takes off. And Clark is going to have a first down at the Miami 11-yard line. You know what? Denny Fortney did a great job, went and covered the screen guy, and nobody else got to Al Clark.
Well, that's the second time Al Clark on 3rd down has made a big play in the 4th quarter. The first time he finds Gildersleeve down the right side after he gets behind Popovich and Dwayne Starks. This time, he does it with his feet. They're going to set up a screen. He's rolling to his right. He wants to go back to his left, but Denny Fortney covers the back. There you see Lewis 92 can't get to him. Fortney can't get to him. Sweeney can't get to him. Finally, Dan Morgan makes the tackle, but only after the first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Oxendine with a hole. Moves the pile down close to the 5. It's good old-fashioned, straight ahead, in-your-face football.
Well, they've been doing that the entire second half. They opened up the 3rd quarter with a scoring drive of running the football down against the Miami defense, and they're continuing the game with 5:36 left to go and counting, still running the football against the Miami Hurricane defense.
5.5 minutes to go here in Blacksburg. It's 24-19 Tech. Tech can get a first down inside the Miami 2. Double tight end. Oxendine again. This time hit at the 5-yard line. James Sutton got him down low. Nate Webster and Dan Morgan hit him up top, and it'll bring up another third down, third and a long 3.
Nice read by number 52, Nate Webster. That middle linebacker, he was coming like a bullet up the middle. As you said, Nate Webster had him low, and Dan Morgan and company had him up on top. But a nice job by the middle linebacker, number 52.
4:50 to go, fourth quarter. Third and close to 4 for Virginia Tech.
Have to keep him out of the end zone here, Frank.
Clark checking off as he senses blitz, and here they come. Oxendine hit by Chad Pegues, no gain. Great job by the Miami defense and some good calls by the Miami defensive coaching staff. And now the field goal unit comes back on the field. So Graham hit from 45. This one will be a lot closer from 22.
Well, right now, if you're Miami on special teams, you cannot jump off sides. That will give the Hokies a first down inside the 5-yard line.
Well, it'll be half the distance, and I think it might be a little short if they did that, but hopefully that will not come into play. Graham from 22 yards away. Caleb Hurd on the hold, and he's automatic from this distance, and he still is. Graham with the field goal, so Beamer took the 3 points off. Now they put him back on. The only difference is they took about 3 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, that was a terrific job by Hurd. He's number 91. He's the holder. Bad snap. It was low. He gets it down, and they convert. The Hokies convert. So we end up doing the same thing. Same score, 27-19 before the penalty, only there's 3 minutes and 58 seconds left to go instead of maybe around 6 or 5 minutes left to go in this football game.
You see the time and the score. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action from Blacksburg here on Sports Channel right after this.
The Miami Dolphins are on the move, and it's time for Dolphins everywhere to unite. What better way to share in the excitement than by joining the official Miami Dolphin Club? Membership levels are designed for every fan. First, the Kids Club offers younger fans a chance to feel a part of the excitement. Then, there's the Aqua and Orange levels, offering an assortment of great gifts specially designed for the avid Dolphin. Finally, the family level lets the whole family enjoy the benefits of being a member. It's time to unite and share in the excitement. Join the Dolphin Club today.
Back at Blacksburg on the kickoff, Jeff Popovich has it up across the 34-yard line. And that's where Miami will start at 1st and 10, 3:47 left to go. Frank Fort, John Congemi with you on Sports Channel. Well, after James Jackson's 78-yard touchdown run to cut it to 24-19, there were 10 minutes and 59 seconds left. Virginia Tech ran 7 minutes off the clock in getting that Shane Graham field goal.
Yeah, and they did it. They did it with running the football. They really have not thrown the football. You see the fourth quarter possession. Miami's only had it 1 minute and 14 seconds. Virginia Tech 9 minutes and 48 seconds. They've run the football effectively. It looks like Ike Charlton is down for the Hokies around the 33-yard line, but the time of possession has been, just killing the Miami offense. They haven't had a chance to get out on the football field.
And Miami has scored 7 and Virginia Tech 3.
That's
right.
That
time of possession.
That's right.
It's strange. Well, here comes Charlton. But you know what? This has been a good football game, John.
It's been a terrific game. Miami's shown a lot of character. They were leading 13-10 at halftime. Now they have to come back one more time with 3:47 left to go. Ryan Clement needs a directed drive right here to save this season.
Carlo Joseph, James Jackson, the running backs. Darrell Jones in motion. Clement on first down, stepping up in the pocket, shovels it out to Jones, makes the catch. Jones brought down by Kerwin Hairston at the 41-yard line, but a little ad-lib picks Miami up 7 yards.
That's just being aware. He saw him out of the corner of his eye when he was stepping up to try to elude the rush, knew he couldn't get out of the tackle of the Hokie defense, flips it out to his wide receiver, and that's just a headsy play by a veteran quarterback. He's a senior. He sees him out of the corner of his eyes. He knows, I'm going down. Let me see if I can make a play. Jones makes an acrobatic catch with one hand. He was still looking up the field. Does a nice job of concentrating on the football.
2nd and about 3 for Miami. Santana Moss in motion. James Jackson following Freeman Brown around the outside, and he's broken loose again.
He's again on the
Look
sideline.
at Jackson. Keon Carpenter pushes him out in Virginia Tech territory at the 35-yard line.
Miami's had great success going to the short side, and James Jackson showing the tightrope again. Carpenter, number 1, the last man for the Hokie defense. But take a look right here. Nice job at the point of attack by Miami. 78, Freeman Brown does a good job. And then he breaks the tackle. Now he's up the sideline again, going down for a touchdown. Keon Carpenter, the last Hokie defender to push James Jackson out of bounds, but terrific job on the short side blocking by the Miami offense.
Gain of 24 for James Jackson. sophomore from Immokalee, Florida. First down, Canes at the Tech 35. 3 minutes, 1 second left to go here in the football game. Jackson again on the counter play. Follows Ty Wise through the hole. Jackson on his feet still at the Tech 23-yard line. A pickup of 12 and a first down. But another good gain as Corey Bird finally made the tackle for the Tech defense.
Jackson doing a terrific job, showing some patience, but then he's got the burst too. Take a look right there. He turns it on, tries to move his shoulders to get him upfield, but a nice job on first down. He's got 132 yards now in this football game, doing a terrific job running the football on the short side as well as on the counter play to the wide side of the football field.
Anthony Midget, number 9, 5'11", 185 sophomore out of Clewiston, Florida, is the injured Hokie. He is being attended to. It's 27-19, Virginia Tech, 2:52 left to go in the game. Miami would need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and they failed on one already tonight. The blocked extra point, as we said, after their second touchdown way back in the first quarter, playing a large role right now.
Yeah, they're going to have to come in. They tried to go to the tight end on the first 2-point conversion, but before we can even get to that point, Miami needs to get it in the end zone. They've done a terrific job running the football in the second half. They've only had it 1 minute and 14 seconds going in to this fourth quarter drive that they're going right now with 2:52 left. They desperately need to find a way to get it in the end zone.
It's 1st and 10 Miami. Ball just inside the Hokie 23. You see the time remaining and the score. Virginia Tech has won the last 2 meetings. The series is 12-2 Miami, but Tech has won the past 2 years. 14-7 here in Blacksburg, 21-7 last year, as Miami was going in for an apparent tying touchdown last year, and Keon Carpenter came up with an interception at the goal line, ran it back 100 yards to make the final 21-7 Tech.
Virginia Tech showing some pressure initially before the officials blow the play in. They're showing a lot of pressure. Look for one-on-one coverage on the outside.
First down Miami at the Tech 23. Jackson. Blitz coming, and they get him for a loss. Number 16, Corey Bird, making the tackle, a loss of 1.5 yards.
Virginia Tech in a run blitz that time. They're bringing a lot of people inside that 5-yard box, and Ryan Clement, maybe if he sees that again, could go up top. He has one-on-one to the outside. Maybe take a shot on first down.
Yeah, see, that's where you're gaining yards running the ball. You got to figure Virginia Tech is going to do something out of the ordinary. That's the play where you go for the pass, I think. 2nd and 12, Miami. Double tight end for the Hurricanes, both to the top of the screen. Play fake, Clement. Outside, open, Darrell Jones at the 15, down to the 13-yard line. Will be 1 yard shy of a first down. Number 3, Ike Charlton makes the tackle and then limps to the sideline, replaced by Lauren Johnson.
Darrell Jones showing me something in this game. He's being a little bit more physical when he goes down the football field. That time tried to create his own space, pushed off the cornerback a little bit, but that was all well and good because of his tight coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, created some separation, then used his speed to come back to the football. Did a nice job securing it and then getting it upfield very close to a first down.
They're going to measure 1 minute, 58 seconds to go. You can't help but be reminded of the game last year. It was 14-7 Tech. Miami with Ryan Clement out of the football game with an injured ankle. Scott Covington in. You see Miami does have the first down. Covington threw the ball exceptionally well, got Miami in position to tie it up. Tony Gator, who had a terrific senior season, made the most visible mistake of the year in an otherwise great season for him when he dropped a potential touchdown pass. And then on the next play, Keon Carpenter picks it off and goes 100 the other way, giving Tech their margin of victory. You see the total yards tonight, both offenses over 400. 1st and 10, Tech. Or rather, Miami at the Tech 13-yard line. Jackson.
Oh, great block.
Touchdown, Miami.
Great
James
block.
Jackson, 13 yards out. The tight ends and Curlin Blaze just collapsing the left side of the Tech defensive unit.
Carlo Joseph, a terrific block on the outside, just sprung James Jackson to the outside. Just a great job of blocking by this Miami offense. They went double tight end. There you see right there, Fulcher does a great job, and then just looked like the Hokie defense were on skates going backwards. Now Miami, they get the touchdown. It's 27-25. Now they must convert the 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion try coming up. They're going to move the ball to the left hash mark. 1 minute 48 to go. It's 20. Well, they're actually going to move it between the middle and the left hash. So Miami has a specific play in mind that they want from that spot on the field.
Miami, a little confusion getting the right people in. I think they may take a timeout here.
Play clock is down to 13.
And they haven't broke the huddle yet. It's too important of a play. Take a timeout.
Take the timeout. There's still some confusion. Take a timeout. Ryan finally realizes the situation and takes the timeout. You're right. It's too important not to get up there and get the play you want, at the people you want, the formation you want.
This is the ball game. You don't want to go up and rush the play. You want to be sound. You've practiced this play during the week. You've already run one. Now you've got to come up and say, hey, do we come back with our second play? Do we make a play up that we like inside the 5 and the plus yard line? They have to all be on the same page, and that's what Butch Davis is doing, getting people back. But before that happens, take another look at this touchdown. Just great blocking at the point of attack. Mondrell Fulcher throwing somebody down on the inside, and then Carlo Joseph on the outside along with Curlin Blaze, and I believe Freeman Brown, the guard on the right side, did a great job springing Jackson in for the Miami score.
So it comes down to this. 1:48 left to go. The Hokies up 2 as you look at James Jackson's numbers. His second consecutive 100-yard plus game. 2 more touchdowns, which brings him to 5 on the season. A 78-yard touchdown run here in the fourth quarter and a 13-yard touchdown run. And Virginia Tech had given up only 18 points in the fourth quarter coming into this game. They have surrendered 2 touchdowns to Miami, but of course they still have a chance to hold on to that 2-point lead. The 2-point conversion coming up.
Well, it's right here, Frank. You know, you got, looks like Santana Moss on the left side along with 2 freshmen on the right side.
3 wideouts in the formation for Miami. Jackson the only running back. Moss in motion, left to right. Clement looking to throw to the end zone. Intercepted. Intercepted and going back the other way. Virginia Tech. Number 20, Pearson Prelo with the pick. And that saves the 2-point conversion. And fortunately for Miami, he could have ended the game right there and gotten 2 for Virginia Tech had he taken it back all the way.
Well, we saw the outside receivers for Miami. They came in and run quick slants, and they were going to come back out trying to get the inside receiver on a corner route. But there was a lot of confusion. A lot of bodies ran into each other on the right side. And Ryan tried to squeeze the football in on the goal line. But no chance. You get Prelo, number 20, steps right in front of the Miami receiver. Now it's a foot race down the sideline. And you're right, James Jackson saves 2 points for the Miami Hurricanes with 1:48 seconds left. Miami has only 1 timeout remaining. Virginia Tech turns away Miami on the 2-point conversion.
Now you got to decide onside kick or kick it away and take your chances trying to stop them. And I would think Miami would go for the onside kick.
Yeah,
Virginia
you have
Tech,
to.
with that offensive line, although Miami's done a good job here in the fourth quarter, you got to give yourself enough opportunity to get down in field goal position with the football or make a touchdown.
Yeah, you have to go for the onside kick because that's what has to happen. There's with only 1 timeout remaining, they have to go back and get the onside kick right here. They can't stop the clock that many times.
On the 2-point conversion, really looked like the patterns broke down.
Yeah, it looked like there was too many people on the one side. We saw them run that play in practice yesterday with the 2 receivers coming down in front and also
but he threw
outside.
it to the guy in practice yesterday at the walkthrough. He threw it to the guy at the back of the end zone.
The guy in the back of the end zone never got there because there was confusion here. There were too many people. There were too many bodies running in there. There was about 5 Hokie defensive backs in that area and 3 Miami wide receivers, and the play never was in sync.
So Miami's got the onside kick team on the field, George Gaitan, and he's never had a bigger kick in his University of Miami career, a guy who just usually handles kickoffs. And he's had 3 extra points this year. We'll try the onside kick. Here's the kick. It's loose.
They got it.
And Miami got it. Was it Reggie Wayne, 87, got the onside kick. It's at the Hokie 48.
Wow, how many times does that work? Not many. It looks like the officials, hold on, the officials are huddling up. This may come back.
What are they calling?
There was no penalty flag on the field. I'm trying to figure that out myself.
Here's the explanation. Well, they're giving the ball back to Virginia Tech. Did somebody touch it before 10 yards? That's the only thing I can think of. Yep, they touched it before 10 yards.
Dwayne Starks
touched it before it went 10 yards. He touched it 9 yards down the field.
A good call by the officials.
It was a good call. A bad break for the Hurricanes, and now Virginia Tech can just run out the clock with the ball at the Miami 43-yard line. Reggie Wayne made the recovery, but Dwayne Starks touched it before it went 10 yards. Oxendine in the arms of Matt Sweeney, no gain. But it may all be a moot point right now. A minute 36 left to go. Miami with one timeout, and they take it right now with a minute 35 left.
Well, it looked like Dwayne Starks just got a finger on it because the ball ever so slightly adjusted its flight and bounced right into the arms of Reggie Wayne on that special teams play.
Well, we mentioned before how no play in a game is insignificant. You go back in the first quarter, the blocked extra point forces Miami to go for 2 points 2 times. They fail on both the 2-point conversions.
And special teams has been where Miami has lost this football game. Though there's 3 phases. When you're a player, you always hear coaches harping on offense, defense, and special teams. You got to win 2 out of the 3, and one of those has to be special teams, because that, you only get about 10 plays on special teams a game where you can make an impact. Miami didn't block up front on the extra point early in the ball game. They popped somebody free. Virginia Tech did up the middle, block an extra point, and that's why you're in a situation where you have to go for 2 with a minute and change left.
We'll have more Hurricane football coming at you next Saturday. It's Rutgers visiting the Orange Bowl to play the Hurricanes. You'll see it right here on Sports Channel, 11:30 p.m. And we'll have Hurricane football for you from the OB next week, one more time. And that's going to be a game that Miami absolutely has to win, as it looks like they're going to lose tonight, down by 2 with a minute 35 to go, and now no way to stop the clock any further. But the missed extra point, and it becomes a domino effect, John. When you miss one, then you've got to look to go for 2 elsewhere in the game, and Miami did that twice and couldn't get it either time.
Yeah, it comes up with a donut going for 2-point conversions. 0 for 2 Miami on the night, but you're right. You don't have to do that if you make the simple play and convert on the extra point.
What an unbelievable game, though. This has been a tremendous, tremendous football game. I don't think you could ask for anything more. It's had a little bit of everything. And we talked about Miami's special teams, and in fairness, Butch's first 2 years here, special teams were a strength of this team.
They were stellar.
This year they have not been. You've had different personnel. You've had to play a lot of younger guys. The class that just left really excelled at special teams. Clark probably changing the play. Oxendine bouncing to the outside, tripped up by Denny Fortney, but he did pick up 6. It'll be a 3rd and 3 for Virginia Tech. A minute 29, Miami with no way to stop the clock.
This Hokie offense is really grinding out the football in the second half. Even from the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter, they did a great job of just running the football. And you see Ken Oxendine, he's done a terrific job. He's been spelled in the second half by Lamont Pegues, but he's got the brunt of the work, and he's done a terrific job for this offense. He's a senior, and he deserves all the credit.
A minute 5 to go. It's 3rd and 3, Virginia Tech. Now Clark going to take all the time he can off the play clock. Cliff Jackson coming on a blitz. Oxendine is going to have a first down at the 32-yard line, and that'll do it. Virginia Tech will be able to run out the clock from here. John, all things considered, and given the level of the competition, this was close to Miami's best game of the year in all phases, maybe except special teams.
Well, they knew they had to come out and play to a different level than they have the last 3 weeks. They come up against a tough Big East opponent in Virginia Tech who loves to run the football. And you pointed out at halftime, they will run the football in the second half and score points. And the opponents do not score points against Virginia Tech in the second half. And that was the turning point. The opening kickoff, they take it down the field. And now we get to the greatest play in the playbook for an offensive team, lining up and just taking a knee.
23 seconds left to game. They have not started the play clock yet, and Virginia Tech will merely let the clock run out. A big win for the Hokies. They'll go to 7-2, 5-1 in the Big East, and in the driver's seat for the Alliance Bowl, where Miami will now fall to 4-5 and 2-3 in the Big East Conference. The Hurricanes extremely disappointed, and they thought they had that onside kick at the end of the game. There is the final gun. Butch Davis running across, and he's going after the officials a little bit. And now he'll go over and shake Frank Beamer's hand. Frank Beamer, who last night became the first active coach to be involved in and to be inducted into the Virginia Tech Hall of Fame. And he walks off with the victory. Butch Davis, a very disappointing loss. His team was a 6.5 to 7-point underdog, and a great effort by James Jackson. 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, giving the Hurricanes a chance to at least tie the game and send it to overtime, but failed 2-point conversions on each of those 2 touchdowns. And Miami walks out of here 27-25, defeated by the Hokies of Virginia Tech.
I thought Miami played terrific tonight. Just a couple special teams flaws in their performance, but they did a great job of staying in the football game. James Jackson kept him in with a 78-yard touchdown, but they fall 2 points short in the end, Frank.
All right, John, thank you very much. Virginia Tech wins at 27-25. Catch the Canes again on Sports Channel next Saturday, 11:30 p.m. when the Canes battle Big East cellar dweller Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Football fans, don't miss tomorrow morning, Sunday morning playbook. Starting the morning off at 8:30 a.m. It's Bucks Magazine, followed by Dolphins Magazine, then the Jimmy Johnson Show at 9:30. At 10 o'clock, it's an hour and a half of in-depth NFL pregame coverage on Sunday morning NFL. Then we'll go to Jacksonville at 11:30 a.m. for the Tom Coughlin Show, Beyond the Concentration Line. It's all right here on Sports Channel. For now, I'm Frank Fort. For John Kingemi, once again, the final score, Virginia Tech 27, Miami 25. Good night from Blacksburg.